I have no idea if people can see me. Here goes the intro. Started. Fucking love this.
That's why it's really important to have a plan and understand what your goals are.
In fact, my camel out there is suffering right now with a broken back.
So I actually found Pepe when it was only a couple of hours old, and I'm like, oh, this is a funny meme.
Oh my god.
Yo! Who is this Degen?
The old man is swing trading over years at a time. And it's like, that's where the real money is made.
The answer is a permanent loss. With single-sided staking, you don't have to worry about impermanent loss.
If you're aware, if you're disciplined, you can hone that into further financial growth.
Financial freedom, to where you can actually live life and not have to be constantly living paycheck to paycheck. I mean, that's the ultimate goal, more or less, right?
Ooh, our content's good stuff, guys. You should totally read that. None of this is financial advice. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, crypto degenerates, ducks and squirrels, welcome to this very episode number 1 of Campfire Stories with Will, where I'm going to be telling you guys some campfire stories. I've done this sort of format of a show a couple times before in the past. Some of the Sunday shows have been similar to, oh, my monitor just fell over a little bit. Some of my Sunday shows have been in this very same format and stuff, so we're going to have a good time. I'm going to basically read the news to you. It's going to look like this. Hey, look at that. There's Telegram stuff. But yeah, we're going to have a great time. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to talk about some things, and we're basically just going to sit here and shoot the shit. We're not going to shit here and shoot the shit. But yeah, that's what's going on. So before we get into the crazy show, I want to do a quick little round of chat shoutouts for everybody after I introduce myself, because I realized I didn't do that. Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Will Stevenson. I'm one of the hosts of the Degen Roundtable, super duper cool cryptocurrency podcast, where we talk about all sorts of fun things. We have all sorts of degenerate decisions and discussions and make friends and influence people. I travel around the states building TV towers, but that's not very important. What is important is that I like to talk about cryptocurrency with my friends here, which includes you guys whenever you hop on our Whiskey Wednesdays and all other sorts of shows. Today, we're just going to be going over some of the news stuff, since on Sunday we covered a whole lot of the thesis that we think is going to be happening for the next quarter. So that's the general gist of what's going on. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and go through chat motherfucking shoutouts. So I have Mrs. Producer here as well. I'm going to she's still participating in the Degen Roundtable team meeting that's going on right now. We went a little bit long on that one. I popped out. So I'm going to go ahead and Cass, if you're listening, I'm going to be pulling up these comments and reading them myself. And then once I see you come off mute or something, then that will just come up, just go off and on mute a couple times to signal to me that you are ready to do some stuff and hang out. Oh, we've also got Nate McGettit in the house. Actually, hang on. I should hang on. Let me try and do some camera work and some cool stuff here. Oh, I didn't change the brand first. Look at that. Look at me go. I'm doing producing and things. Aloha, Nate McGettit, broski, amigo, good friend, and associate. How are you doing today, bro?
Doing well. Yeah, we just got out of the meeting and all that. So, well, you didn't miss too much.
Excellent. Is it over? Are they?
Yeah, it's over. It's over now.
Excellent. So. Well, I'll have to check the replay stuff to see what all was talked about in there. But yeah, bro, you ready to fucking for the folks at home who don't know who you are, I'm pretty sure they do. Oh, thank you, Cass. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take my hands off of the producing chair, and I will leave that all to you. I am going to bring up my screen here in a little bit, so I will take care of that. But shit, I mean, if you're going to be here on the show and we're going to be shooting the shit together, then fucking
yeah, why not?
Talk about it live. But
actually, I want to go get. So what I want to do,
yeah,
you continue doing what you're doing. I'm going to go grab a drink, okay? Because we just got to look. I just got done building this thing, okay?
That's fucking beautiful, dude.
It is. It is, dude. It is actually cool. So, like, what I have currently. Yeah, show it off.
I
Right?
like it.
What I have currently is a desk that does this, goes like that, and then I got another desk over here that continues on that way, and then it moves over here. I gotta like put that up and everything, but you know, I got all my like little trophy stuff. You got the lights up underneath and all that, and now I also what I'm gonna do.
I think I have that same eagle knife, bro.
Oh
like,
yeah,
it looks very familiar.
But I got a bunch of these, okay, and these here they glow and light up. You know, like how all this shit is right here.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is I don't know where I'm gonna put them, but I think I don't know, like put them like over there, something back there, right? Maybe underneath there, and I'm just gonna like just kind of connect them together, and it's gonna be really cool.
They're just little sticky lights, aren't they?
Yeah. They're just little sticky lights and shit. But I kind of figured that'd be a really awesome thing. But yeah, just with the lighting and all that, and it's really cool too because it's like I can just I have an entire like workspace over here. It's just this is absolutely sick.
Dude, that's fucking awesome, man. That's a nice change because you had a bookshelf back there and some other like boxes and things. So I've got a little philosophy or a little like storage space tip for you as far as like horizontal surfaces in a place go. You've got two types of horizontal surfaces. You've got living surfaces or like living/working surfaces, and you have storage surfaces. So like a storage surface would be like, well, you can't see because I have my green screen up. A storage surface is like a shelf or a bookcase or a place where like things sit and that's their home. That's like their permanent display. That's like where they go and they never leave. And then a working surface is like, kitchen table, countertop, office desk. It's like where things come and go and they move. And like, this is where the action happens. This is where we eat our meals. This is where we do other things. And I've noticed that like, at least in my own life, I would get stressed out a lot whenever I would put storing things on a living surface. Whenever I would get those two mixed and matched. You don't often use like storage space as a living surface. It's not often that people are eating their meals on a bookshelf or something like that. But that's something that I've noticed, and it looks like you're maximizing your usable space, and also like you got a nice little display on the top. So it's a good combination of the two, broski. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, I still have a lot of messing around to do with it, obviously, but it's kind of like I got it all put together now, right? And so now I can start like cleaning it up, organizing it, right? The other thing I did was I got a green screen now that can go like behind there.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I thought that would be really cool. The problem is I'm running into this wall right here.
Yeah,
I can't. I would have to like wrap it around,
Yeah. Something to keep in mind with green screens, because I have a green screen that goes two different angles, is it has to catch the light in this, like the same amount of light on the one that's like this against the camera to the one that's like this against the camera, So otherwise you get like I don't know if you guys ever see it while I'm streaming, but like there's some parts on my green screen right here, which is why partially why I use a dark surface in my background, is because the lighting change will be different whenever there's like a right angle on the wall where you've got your green screen and things. But real quick, before we get too far into these weeds and discussion, for the folks at home who have never seen these guys before, I'm going to give you a quick intro, bro. So Nate McGettit is he's one of the guys on the Degen Roundtable, and what he does is he likes to hop around and he jumps in all the communities. So Nate's something of like a project double checker, a networker. He's like out there hopping into the Phantom ecosystem. He's hopping into the into all the different little pulse chain telegrams, and he's giving sentiment reads, and he's seeing what people are up to, and he's going around this and that and all sorts of all the places. And he's basically just like I don't want to say nomad, but you kind of like a dude that you've got your fingers outstretched, and you ever you ever see someone that's like carrying something, but like each finger is carrying a different thing? That's totally you, bros. You've got your hands in all these different things, and you're going around and basically just doing a whole bunch of networking and stuff. So that is Nate McGettit, and that's the stuff that he does. And Mrs. McGettit, she's our fantastic producer for the Degen Roundtable. She does all these. She made this beautiful thumbnail. So like even my fucking background over here, she pulled from Canva, and she made this wonderful thumbnail for this show, and she was the one that put together this awesome background that we're streaming on right now. So shout out to you, Mrs. Producer. Thank you for joining us. And is there anything I missed, Nate, for you that you want to tell the folks at home about yourself before we hop on into it? And then Miss Producer.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm a money printer, man. I make money printers for days. Days.
So for people who have never heard about a money printer before, do you have like a quick little elevator pitch for them?
So a money printer. Now I call it a money printer because I mean, what is a money printer? It's literally you're printing dollar bills. If you print dollar bills, you have unlimited money. If you have unlimited money, you can buy whatever the fuck you want. But here's the most important thing: it's a machine, right? So you simply click a button, let it roll. Okay, so what is it that my lifestyle is? I'm a very busy man. All right, I'm very busy and I don't have time to sit here on the computer, being a blue collar worker and all. I don't got time to sit on the computer and sit there and start trading stuff. And so the first thing that I started doing was like, hey, how can I just get passive income? I just need passive income. And I started looking at all different ways you can do that, learning as much as you can, what is money, that whole type of journey. But then I got into crypto. I started learning about, hey, there's this thing called yielding, staking, all this stuff. And it's like, oh, wait a minute. That is probably one of the best versions of money printing that I've ever seen. And so then what I do is I buy cryptos. I start pairing tokens together. You stick them in an LP and you get the rewards of people literally just trading back and forth. So you can actually own the casino doing that, right? And I just go to sleep and I get rewards for it. Or you can throw them into the LP pairs and like farms and stuff like that. You could do single-sided staking of some kind. I mean, there's a lot of different ways, but the entire point is literally just this one thing and this one concept, right? And this concept is simply, hey, when I'm at work, I don't care. When I come home, I'll have some money and I'll be able to pull out a paycheck. Same thing. I go to sleep, I wake up, I got a paycheck I can I can pull out. That's the whole concept, the whole idea.
Nate, have you ever looked into the Degen protocol's goat feeder? Because I think you would love that. Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
I did. Yep.
I'm
I don't.
using the
So
fuck out of that.
unfortunately for me, I got a little bit of goat, but I'm not gonna get so much that it's gonna be one of my main things. I got too many money printers elsewhere currently.
So the thing that I'm talking about, it works off of DAI stablecoin from Ethereum. It's not the DAI copy that was created when Pulse Chain launched. It's the DAI stablecoin that's like bridged over. They have built a
Ethereum DAI, yeah.
it's under the feeder part specifically. So the goat token is leverage on Pulse, and the goat token is actually what powers the goat feeder. But the goat feeder is the really cool thing where you get 0.5% interest daily on your stuff, and you can take it out at any time. And the only rule, or well, there's a couple rules about it, but the general idea is you put $200 in and it earns you $1 a day. Now, once you put the $200 in, you can't pull the $200 out. You can only pull out the $1 a day. When you pull out the $1 a day, the total number in your balance goes to 199. And then instead of earning $1 a day, it earns 95 cents a day, or whatever the math would end up being. But yeah, it's or 99.5 cents a day. So like it's a compounding thing. I've got several $1,000s in mine, and so it prints me like a significant amount of of DAI every single day. And so what I do is I withdraw money and I add money to it strategically to the point where it's basically a self-perpetuating machine that just pays for itself. And after about 600 days of me interacting with this thing, I will have completely pulled out all of the money that I've ever put in, and it's just a big giant fat stack of cash that just keeps printing more and more and more money on itself. So it's a super cool protocol. I'd love to do a deep dive with you at some point if that's something that you're interested in. But yeah, that fits into the money printer narrative, bro. So excellent. Excellent. I'm gonna give an opportunity for your beloved Mrs. McGettit over there to interject and talk about herself if she wants to. Thank you for joining us, Mrs. McGettit.
Yeah,
By the way,
I think you should, because I want to go get a drink. So I think you should.
You grab me one too.
Yeah, I'll grab you one.
yeah. So you, Mrs. McGettit, you do the producing for the show, as I've mentioned before. You do the thumbnails, and you're actually you monitor the chats that are happening in the Telegram quite a bit. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself past the introduction that I've given you for the folks at home who may have never seen or heard of you before? Oh, you also run our Twitter.
Yes, I run all of the socials.
Yes.
First, how is my sound?
Oh, your sound is fantastic. Are you using the new Barracuda?
Yes, and I wanted
Excellent.
to know if there was any echo, because this is
No,
I think
that's
it's only
super
second time.
crisp quality. That is actually, this is the best your sound has ever been, I do think.
Awesome. Okay, good to hear.
Yeah.
No, everything you already mentioned. I do the thumbnails. I made these nice little backgrounds. Well, I didn't make them originally. I modify them. How about that? And kind of tweak them for our different various sections that we go with. I also handle all of the social medias. So if you ever reach out on any of those, I'll be the person who probably answers you. So far, nobody has reached out on those, only spammers and scammers. So
Yep.
lonely, but whatever. Someday, maybe.
I've actually
But other than that, the only thing I think that you really forgot is you didn't tell people that I'm a Pokeholic, but I think Centurion might know it because he's bringing up Pokemon stuff over here.
Yeah, that is very relevant. Yeah, so if you guys have any questions about Pokemon or anything, make sure that you tag Mrs. McGettit in the chats in our Degen Roundtable Telegram, which you guys can reach by scanning that QR code that's down at the bottom of the screen. But yeah, you are fantastic at the Pokemon. We had a great discussion earlier talking about Pokemon, and I learned a lot of stuff. There's a whole bunch of things that, like, man, for those of you guys that don't know, there's a whole world of like interesting information just surrounding the whole Pokemon stuff. I like to get the cards when I was a kid. I'm 31 years old right now, so that would have been back in, shoot, I don't know, the early 2000s or something when I was paying attention to that. But like, I never like it trailed off and never became something. And then once I learned that like there's cards that are selling for tens and hundreds of thousands of dollars, and it's like, holy smokes, like everything's a fucking campfire story, right? So like we're all just sitting around and warming our hands and warming our hearts nearby all these excellent campfire stories. And so that's what we're going to talk about tonight. Is we're going to talk about the cryptocurrency campfire stories and all the stuff that the media is talking about, and specifically my favorite Telegram group, t.me/@crypto news. Those guys are super awesome. They post some memes every now and again. They do a little bit of charting for Bitcoin, but they mostly just like skim the internet for fun little headlines, and then they put the spicy stuff in. So
That sounds like fun. I wanted to add
yeah,
in really quick, Will, just
go ahead.
kind of going back to the idea of investments. I have heard through the grapevine, I don't know if it's true, that apparently crypto and Pokemon are can be similar in some ways when it comes to investing, and some people find Pokemon to be easier. So just put that out there. If anybody's ever curious about that, I will never claim myself to be an expert in Pokemon because for as many years as I have been in it, I have always found out that there is more to learn, and there are always people who know more than me. So I will never say like, "Hey, I know everything." Not saying that, but if anybody is curious about investments into that realm, hit me up. We can bounce ideas around, talk about it, and I might be able to hook us both up with people who actually do that actively too, because I do know a lot of them.
That would be totally awesome. I love it. And like I oftentimes find that people that claim to be, or people that say that they're experts, they also are like exactly as you're describing. They're pretty humble people that recognize that like, hey, we don't know everything, but all of our combined experience in this field, like we damn well know a lot of the great places to look, or we know who to ask. It's just like you're well connected and you're immersed. How long, like if you had to quantify how many hours you've put into Pokemon training stuff on the road from 0 to 10,000 hours, how many hours do you think you've got being a Pokemon expert?
I don't know if anybody saw the widening of Mr. McGettitt's eyes over there when you asked that question,
I
but
did. I saw.
oh God, I don't know, a lot. I've been collecting since it came out, pretty much. My
Okay.
grandpa owned a game store when the games were released to America, so we got them early. And then I've just always been in love with the cards and everything ever since. So I still have all of it too. Like most of my childhood collection is still with me. Uh, I couldn't really give you a prediction on hours.
So
10,000 hours is how many years again?
10,000 hours is 5 years of doing a job. So like a standard 40-hour work week, 8 hours a day, five days a week is 40 hours. 40 hours a week
Gotcha.
times 50 weeks a year is 2,000 hours.
5
So
years. So
yeah,
then times
if
that
you've been doing
by
Pokemon for the
times that
span
by
of
5 then,
time,
I guess.
okay, 5,000 hours. That's
No,
good.
times the 5 years by 5, 25 years
Oh,
about.
holy smokes! So you've got
I think that's probably a good estimate.
50,000 hours of Pokemon, 8 hours a day. That's awesome.
Probably.
That's super cool. I love it. Well, fucking great. It's great having you guys joining us here tonight. And it's also great having the folks at home in the audience joining us as well. So let's go ahead and do a round of chat motherfucking shout outs, Mrs. Producer, if you'd be so kind as to pull up some of these fantastics. We've got Funkmaster Hex. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Good evening to you too, sir. Cheers to you. And I am stoked to get into it. Good to see you, Funkmaster Hex. Welcome to the stream. Next up, we've got our very own Farmer Jay Brown. Brown 310, or man, you keep changing your name, Farmer J, but you're always going to be Farmer J to me. Will there be marshmallows and cigars? You can do whatever you please, broski. I mean, if you look at this big beautiful fire, we can light some cigars off of that bitch. We can roast some marshmallows. We can do all sorts of crazy cool things. There's also a fire underneath Nate's right shoulder down there on the bottom, right by the campfire stories. Hell yeah! So yeah, do whatever you want, Farmer J. Glad to have you with us here, though. Very, very excellent night we're going to have. Up next, we've got our very own Mr. Kenturian 54X. What the hell is going on here? Bro, we're trying out something new. It's not really crazy new, but it's fun and it's fancy free, and we're just creating more content. And we're going to be reading some news articles about the stuff that's gone over the last week. So good to have you here. Mr. Producer, we'll save his question about the Pokemon thing for after we do all the shout outs and stuff, and we'll talk about that before we get into the news. Right on to the next one, if you please. Though we've got Just Live or Just Live. Hey y'all, hey, what's going on? Just Live, Just Live. Good to have you. Welcome aboard. This is going to be a nice, good toasty session. We're all going to get nice and crispy. Crypto Compassion is the next up, saying, hey, everyone. Hey to you too, good sir. Welcome to the Degen Roundtable Campfire Stories with Will, and also with Nate, and with Mrs. McGettit. And it's going to be a good time.
Really quick, I want to say I like that some comments are just short enough to look like they're like almost on fire. That's awesome.
Ooh, look at these people. Yeah, if you guys put in about, what is that, 20 characters? 15, 20 characters, then you might have your comment be on fire. That'd be, oh man, it'd be nifty if we had like a little bar down there that like different levels of comments, different level on fire. That would be fun to it's almost like a roll of the dice, like what prize are you gonna get with your comment? That's just a silly idea though. All right. So we're gonna take it back to Mr. Kenturio's question here that we've got, and Mrs. McGettit, you'll be the Poke Center. Ooh. All right. So he asks, have you been following Poke Center? Sami's been posting a lot about it. So for the folks at home that don't know, there's also Pokemon on Pulse Chain, and there's Pokemon on Ethereum, and there's Pokemon on Solana. The Poke Center, from what I understand, is the Pokemon on Pulse Chain. That's where like a lot of the attention economy is originating from, is this thing called the Poke Center. I know nothing about it. Mrs. Producer, do you know anything about it?
No, unfortunately. I have heard about it, and I've heard. I saw in one of Nate's chats today. There's a Mimikyu now, and I think there's like Pikachu, right? Hun, do you know much?
Yeah, so Pika on Pulse Chain. There's a Snorlax, Meowth. I think there's like a Squirtle one, and there's a couple of other ones as well. But yeah, I'm a bit cautious on that because, quite frankly, Pokemon really goes. And the reason why I know this is because of her. She's in so many she's deep into the Pokemon communities and the secondary markets and all that. And she has stories all the time of people you would think would be like safe, doesn't really have a lot of money, and Pokemon goes after them for anything that is copyrighted, you know? And so for me, it's kind of like, hey, I would I'd be cautious about these being able to get sued or something for whoever it is that created these, you know. I'd be careful. See, Pika Pulse Chain, what that one did was it changed up a few things. So that way it was unable to be technically, what do you call that? It's too, like, it's close enough where you're like, yes, that is Pikachu, you know, but it's not so copy and pasted that it's a literal ripoff, you know, and they can legally come after you now. So it's like it treads that gray line, whereas these other ones I think were just like copy and pasted, and it was copy and pasted from somebody who's basically looking for a fast buck, I would say.
Yeah.
In the Citadel of DCC and CC's Citadel.
Isn't a member of the Citadel the guy that create? Oh shoot! One of our chat guys was talking about that in one of the other streams. Oh, son of a bitch! I can't recall. Perhaps it was Mr. Angry Twinkie. I don't entirely remember, but I think I remember someone saying that a Citadel member is heavily involved in it, or like they know people or something like that. So that's interesting. Very, very interesting. On the subject of suing and stuff, Mr. Kenturian brings up a good point. Mrs. Producer, can you pull up the 23-minute? Yes, that one. Isn't Nintendo suing Pal World finally? I don't know, but
I think
would
they
be
already
fun.
tried, and and Pal World got away from it.
Jump in on that one.
Yeah, go right ahead.
That is interesting. What
Okay,
a
so from what I have heard, again through the grapevine, I'm not too in tuned to that because I haven't seen too much about it quite yet. They recently sued some Chinese company for making a rip-off game of Pokemon. I don't remember exactly what it was called, like Pocket Pals, I want to say actually. I think that was the name of it. And they won that lawsuit, and I think they won like 15 or 20 mil. And they, as far as I have heard, they did go after Power World initially when it first came out, and that one did not work out. They ended up losing that. But yes, I think they are trying again. So that's, as far as I'm aware, that's what's up to date right now. They're going to be making moves against Power World for the second time. I've heard that there have been statements coming out from Pal World saying that they admitted to ripping off Pokemon designs blatantly and like actively using Pokemon bases to create some of their creatures. So when I know more, I'll tell you guys. But as far as I know, yeah, that's coming back around. Apparently, Pokemon historically has actually been fairly good about not being too happy. They do allow a lot of freedom when it comes to smaller people making like fan art and stuff. Not that that's not still like against their copyright rights, of course, but I think they have at least an inclination that if they tried to sue every single person out there who did any kind of fan art and made some money off of it, they would lose their community because it would be brutal. There'd be way too many people. They'd just destroy themselves trying to be rein in all that greed. But I do know that in Japan it's way worse. Like you try to rip off Pokemon in Japan and they're like on you about it. But in America it's a lot looser. So we'll see what happens with Pal World. I believe they're going after him again, but who knows if it'll work out this time. They won that one in China, so I think they're kind of feeling like, yes, we can do this. We're bold again. So we'll see.
So Pokemon, NSFW, Patreons, and OnlyFans coming soon to a world near you is what it sounds like to me. Is a whole bunch of fan art people going to be making some dirty content, selling it online, and then Pokemon Corporation sues them until for destroying their brand image. That's the fun twisted interpretation of that I had there. Oh boy. Alrighty. I think that we've covered that moderately well. Mrs. Producer, I have a screen share that I've got. I'm not sure. So we've got a couple camera layouts. The one on the very far right, Will's super special oopsie, is the one that, yeah. So that allows us, if we select the other brand one, then I think I can make it fit inside the thingamajigger. But I thought that we're gonna go ahead and start with this meme today. Hey, look at that. It almost fits. I have to minimize this a little bit. Oh, I can't minimize it anymore. Dang it. Well, that's a bummer. Oh no, I can. Ah, fiddlesticks. Oh well. But anyways, I thought that this was funny because we just did the Q4 thesis not too very long ago on our Sunday show yesterday. And I thought that this was funny. To tell me the truth, the Q4 is very bullish. Yes, I just don't know which year. And I thought that was super awesome and fun. So that's where we're starting our lovely journey today. So it's gonna be quite amusing. All right, so this is some news about.
I had a question. Will, did you want to invite other members into the campfire story here?
Other like audience members, or are you talking about other Roundtable leadership members? I'm not entirely opposed to it. Something I think it might we might get a little bit. The more people that you invite into a conversation, the more, or the slower the conversation progresses. And I kind of want to do something sort of like rapid fire headlines. And if you have like a quick thought about something, then we can blurt it out and things. What are your thoughts? So
Paul Sachs is like steerable hurricanes qualify for a campfire story. And my first thought was like, Paul, get the fuck in here and talk about it, because that sounds interesting.
That is definitely something that I've heard about, is and I won't dwell on it crazy long. But if you want to shoot him a StreamYard link, Nate, if you're attached to him on Twitter or on Telegram, then shoot him a link and invite him onto the show. And I suppose we could explore it shortly and briefly. The thing that I've heard about it is that, like, And again, everything's a campfire story. So like literally guys, remember, nothing is financial advice. This is all just a bunch of assholes on the internet talking about our feelings and stuff. I don't want to go too deep into like details and stuff, but essentially weather control isn't I guess off the table as like a concept or something like that. Um And another thing that's interesting, you guys should follow Ian Carroll on Twitter or on X, by the way, if you want some really cool some really cool like legitimate background information and research done on some like crazy events that happened. Like he covered a lot of what happened with where a whole bunch of people didn't they stopped living during a concert that was happening over in Las Vegas a long time, or not long time ago, when some dude allegedly ended his existence because he was using some weapon parts and something. So there's a whole lot of stuff that Ian Carroll covers that's really cool. And one of the things that's happening as a result of a lot of natural disasters is a lot of people are coming in and taking land from other people. So like when a natural disaster, let's say like hypothetically there was a fire to happen over in Hawaii, and a whole bunch of like poor indigenous people get offset in their place of living. Like let's say that happens theoretically. There's companies that come in afterwards and are like, oh, we'll clean up this land and we'll buy up all this destroyed property and we'll do things with it later on in the future that might not be so excellent. With this North Carolina stuff, I understand that there's a lot of things going on where if you apply for the $750 federal aid from FEMA, then it's not a gift of money, it's a loan, and if you don't pay it back, then you're forfeiting your land and it comes and gets seized by the government. And there's just a whole bunch of shitty things going on. I would highly encourage people to take in all forms of information, all of the campfire stories that are happening surrounding all the stuff that's going on down in the southern half of the United States right now, and become more what's the word, well-rounded in the amount of campfire stories that you imbibe. Let's be honest, the types of campfire stories that you consume will affect the way that you think about things. And the important stuff, to like, the closer that stuff is to home, the more you should focus on those campfire stories. So if you're in North Carolina, you should focus on a lot of the stuff that's happening in North Carolina. If you live up in Alaska and you got family down in North Carolina, same thing. But like my general understanding is that there's theoretical possibility that weather can be manipulated or influenced or kind of tilted one way or the other and used for surreptitious means. Like I don't believe anything anymore that I'm told from anyone, and it's all campfire stories. So I've adopted a nihilistic viewpoint, and I believe stuff that I can do that's right in front of my face, that I can like take the information and run with it. So there's a lot of cool stuff in there, and I would love to chit chat at length with you, Paul, about this stuff. Perhaps we can schedule like a legitimate stream time to cover this like in depth. Or I don't know, Nate, is that something that you would be considered in covering on your Ascending Man channel? Does that fit your brand?
Oh yeah, it's the Ascending Man channel is all for anything that's interesting. So yeah, if I'm interested in it, which I'd be interested in, like weather control and all that, that'd be a hell of a lot of fun. So yeah, we should do a show together.
Yeah, I would love to sit in on that conversation, bro, and give my 2 cents. I know that Ramon Carrillo, or excuse me, Conspiracy Crypto, he's talked about those things before. So like Ramon, I'm sorry if I've dropped your name. I think everyone knows what your name is because we've streamed together and like we've been in the chats a bunch of times. By the way, you guys should check out his channel, Conspiracy Crypto. He's in the chats right there. I did an excellent stream with him on his channel and with Flat Earth Dave. We had an absolutely fantastic time. I love you people. You guys are excellent and awesome and super cool. But yeah, that would be super cool, Nate. If you're interested in, and if you do end up setting up a stream with Paul, I would love to be a part of that conversation. I think that'd be super cool. But for right now, we're going to bring it back to the news. And we're going to actually ignore this one because this is just a bunch of things that I don't care about. But I'm glad that, the Ton ecosystem is doing things. I know that there was a point in time where Ton was going slow and a whole bunch of shit was popping off and their whole stuff was not looking good. Do you have any thoughts on Ton?
Yeah, Ton is a ton of fun.
Excellent. I don't know how to use it. Every time
the thing about Ton, I was always confused at why it was created, because I mean we have Telegram, but then it's like the Telegram token, but you can't really use the Telegram token inside, like to pay for things inside of Telegram. So it always kind of confused me. And then they started making like a whole ecosystem, and I'm like, this is a little bit weird, but I suppose maybe in the future, and it might be interesting. That is where my interest goes, is like, obviously future speculation is like, all right, so what are we looking at now? Okay, so there's a possibility of Telegram, starting to do something kind of like how Musk is trying to do with X, right? Where you've got all these like payment solutions and all videos and all this other stuff that you're trying to do. And kind of the ton token is sort of the center point of that. I could see something like that, and that would be very bullish for the ton coin.
Yeah. They do some they have some interesting things going on. Oh wow, I thought increasing the size would make that cooler and better. It doesn't seem to do so. It is kind of strange how they have it used to be all combined. You used to be able to do everything from the Telegram app, but I don't think that it works that way for United States users. And I don't like dipping my hands into VPNs, because that's another thing that I have to learn about. I know that it's a useful tool, but I've not looked a lot into Ton. But that's some good information, some shitcoins on Ton. You guys can check it out if you want to. What is this? All right. So this next piece of news. Oh, and by the way, so you guys know the dates for these things. This is October 2nd. So today it is October 7th. So this was back last Wednesday. So I'm kind of going through a little bit back in time, and we've still got, 70 other titles to cover. But Crypto Capto calls BTC would drop to 48 or 50,000 and Ethereum to 2,000. His advice is to stay safe. I don't care what Crypto Capo says. Crypto Capo is a Campfire story tender, just like I am, except I'm not interested in his advice. So I laughed at it and I wrote it down. We'll see what actually happens. This is earlier this week. Bitcoin hit 60,000. We already know that because we live there. I'm going to go ahead and put a poopy emoji because that's fun. And then there's some coins that are trending that no one cares about. Don't buy these things, you guys. If it's trending, don't fucking buy it, because that means it's up. And you don't want to buy shit that's up. You want to get good deals on things. That's the only way that you make money. ETF flows. So this talks about how much money is going in and going out. Man, if I click on this, it'll bring up a whole new screen that you guys won't be able to see. But basically, ETF cumulative inflows are now over 45 billion. This is Bitcoin's ETF. So this is the fastest growing ETF in history. I think we covered this on the thesis show, so I won't talk about it any much more. There's another chart. Hey, look at that. Bitcoin went back up. Again, this is all the past. This is all stuff that happened on the 2nd of October. Ooh, whales have bought over 50,000 Bitcoin in the last 10 days. That's pretty cool. I like it when people buy cool things. Aptos Lab has announced a deal to acquire some shit that I don't know about or care about. Wow, fucking awesome. Aerodrone surpasses 1 billion in TVL. So that's half of Base's total TVL. Nate, are you familiar? Oh, shoot, you just went off camera. I don't know if you're familiar with Aerodrome. I think that Aerodrome is the decentralized exchange that's on Base. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that that's what that thing does. Mrs. Producer, I see you've come off mute. Do you have thoughts on Aerodrome or the Tron network?
No, I just wanted to say that Native Bear back. Soren was banging something around upstairs, so he ran upstairs real quick.
Okie dokie, all good.
He should be coming back like within the next couple seconds, so you can ask him in a minute.
All right, sweet. Well, I'm just gonna keep scrolling past it because it doesn't matter a whole lot to me. This is just another silly campfire story. So we'll put a poop and we'll put a poop and a fire and a thumbs up. Good job, Aerodrome.
I need to get that what is it, the Telegram premium, so I can put 3 emojis. I always get jealous because you put the 3 and I'm like, oh, I want to second that one. Then it's like, you can't. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's totally worth the $30 a month. And I love supporting this platform that I use all the time. So it's like, I don't know if it pays Pavel Durov directly, if he takes the $30 and puts it right in his pocket and goes and buys cocaine and strippers.
Is it 30,
30 for a year?
A year, okay. You said a month at first, and I was I thought it was a lot cheaper than that.
Yeah, it's super cheap. I highly suggest if you guys use Telegram, you get it, because then you can also, it won't let me do it. Oh shit, you can't see my emojis. Dang. This is also someone else's channel, so you can't put custom emojis, but you can make your own emojis if you got Telegram Premium. I've made a whole bunch of emojis. I've made all of the Degen Roundtable's faces. I've made a whole bunch of me because I'm very vain and full of myself. But there's you can make all sorts of cool emojis. I made emojis for all of the United States. I made emojis for like other people and other projects and things, and you can just upload them. You can make stickers, you can make all sorts of cool things. Yeah, I highly recommend everyone get Telegram Premium so you can react to things 3 times and give 3 times as much communication. For $30, totally worth it. Let's see. Tron Network outperforms Bitcoin and Ethereum in Q3 revenue, generating 577 million. Boring. I don't care about that. I mean, it's good job, Tron. I like that you're doing things, but whatever. America's headed for bankruptcy. I agree. We did it. The new record of U.S. government debt for the first day of the government fiscal year is $204 billion in one day. Hooray! Government spending's going out the window. They're printing those dollars. The good news is, guys, is the more dollars they print, the more of it flows into our pockets because they're going to be buying our bags. So that's excellent. Nate and Mrs. McGetta, if I see you guys come off of mute, that will be my signal that you have thoughts to talk about things. So
yeah, it looks like Conspiracy Crypto wants us to go on his channel on Thursday.
Ooh, that could be fun. That could be fun. I think I'm down to do that. I will go ahead and pen that in. Ramon, if you're down, broski, I am super down. Let's make that happen. Ramon, if you would be so kind as to send me a message in Telegram, so that way I have a reminder, because I don't want to bring up my Telegram and dox everybody that I've been talking with. This is my news channel, and these are, you know, public channels and things. So this isn't really crazy. By the way, this is my brother's channel, and this is my work one. It's a picture of a bear. So fun facts. All right. Yeah, so America's headed for bankruptcy. That's pretty cool. I totally agree. It'll be interesting. Also follow FinWatch. Those guys are really good at stuff. All right. Bybit announced that it has introduced the ability to trade major stock market in boring. Just kidding. There's stuff that's happening using Tether. So that's cool. But it's still boring. Man, so what one of these weeks where I was looking up headlines and stuff, there was a lot of news about stablecoins. So something to pay attention to. When stablecoin activity is popping, that means that TradFi wants to get in the crypto world. So it's one indicator of many. So keep that in mind. Justin Radium Protocol launches Teleport for seamless token transfers from Ethereum Virtual Machine over to Solana. It will enable one-click cross-chain swaps with sub 30-second latency. Cool, another bridge. I'll put a thumbs up.
That's an interesting one, because the way that they put that is really good for advertisement. Because they basically said, hey, it's just a one-click transfer. It's like a swap. You just simply swap it, and they're hiding the bridge. You know, I think that's something. Yeah, that's something that I've been saying we need to do quite a bit. Because even though, like, when you say, oh, they have a bridge, that's the reason why people aren't going to bridge over. Well, then you get the crypto people who are like rolling their eyes, saying, yeah, but we all know how to use bridges. It's not that scary. It's just fine. We can do it. It's easy. You simply click. It's like, this is scary for new people.
Yeah.
For new people, you need to make it as, number one, easy as possible. Number two, clickless.
One click.
Right? Just one click. And then hide anything scary. Oh, it's the bridge to switch networks.
Yeah.
Ooh, you're gonna send your money over there. It's gonna disappear into the ether and then reappear magically. You know.
Yep.
It's like no. All you got to do is you're simply going to swap it over from Ethereum to Solana.
Yep.
Easy.
That's how you get the normie money. I like your take on that, Nate. That's a good point. And I think that the more things that we have for onboarding into Pulse Chain, the more bridges, the more like seamless transitions. You know, we've got oh fuck, I can't even think of all of them. We've got Coast, we've got the native bridge, we've got the new thing coming out with Pulsar, we've got change swap or change now.io. We've got gopulse.com. They do on ramping with, like, you could use credit card and stuff. It'll send you over to another site, but they have it linked over there. There's tons of cool things that people can use. So excellent. I love to see it. Good stuff for Solana. I love it when people make new tools. We should copy it and make it better. And by we, I mean someone who has more interest in doing it than me, and you should make it profitable for yourself to do so. All right. What is we got next? We've got September 27th. BitMEX founder Arthur Hayes showed optimism in meme coins by buying $250,000 of Pepe and $250,000 of Mog. Now, after transferring them back to a centralized exchange, their value dropped to $460,000, resulting in a $40,000 loss.
Oh, Arthur Hayes.
What an
That's kind of
interesting-
surprising though. Arthur Hayes is one of those guys who's really super conservative. So for him, I mean, I guess it's freaking Pepe, but at the same time, Mog.
Yeah.
He went into Mog. Dude, looks like he got mogged.
I mean, hey, things go up and things go down. Volatility is the price you pay for having the world's best performing asset, which is Pepe and Mog, apparently. Not really. This is another campfire story, but we're having fun here. It's good that he's, putting attention economy into things that are other than Bitcoin. So Arthur Hayes is a big name, so whatever he does, people will follow. Unfortunately, it cost him 40 grand, but hey, that's his loss, not my loss. So I'm okay with it. Ooh, OKEx has announced the launch of PayPal USD spot trading. So that's interesting. I've used PayPal to onboard into crypto. As a matter of fact, I think I got like $50 of Ethereum over there. And I remember thinking this is a pain, and their KYC process does not suit my preferences. So fuck PayPal as far as I'm concerned. Just kidding. They're pretty cool and they create a product. I wish it was better. PayPal, if you guys are watching this, I know that the PayPal CEOs, they hop on over to the Degen Roundtable and they come hang with us degenerates. So for you guys, when you're watching this, make sure that you make a better product, because I want to like you guys and I don't. So I'm going to put a little poopy and also a little thumbs up and a fire, because that describes my sentiment on that. This talks about market overview. Boring. Some fucking numbers for you guys.
PayPal.
Pause the video and go back to it if you want to see it. Bitcoin went down to 60,000. Cool. Ripple announced a partnership with Mercado Bitcoin for the launch of an international payment solution in Brazil. That's pretty nifty. If Brazil starts accepting Bitcoin, I fucking like it. So I'll put a thumbs up. I will also put a clown emoji and a heart to capture my sentiment. All right, new National Bitcoin Office says El Salvador is building new capital markets on Bitcoin. Is that a Jewish flag? It looks like the Israel flag to me. I could be totally wrong. I don't know what I presume that's the El Salvador flag, but at first I thought that was Israel. But in any case, they're doing new capital markets on Bitcoin. So everyone knows El Salvador is the Bitcoin capital of the world, because they are like the cool state. So I'm going to put nothing but positivity there. And yeah, I'm glad that they're doing that. This just in, a $1.6 million Franklin Templeton files for Bitcoin and Ethereum ETF with the SEC. So more ETFs from Franklin Templeton. They're trying to take your money, guys. I suggest you don't give it to them. That's just my 2 cents. I don't trust the TradFi world. But hey, if they're going to pump my bags, I'm all about it. I'm not going to do it. You guys can do what you please, but it's good that they're buying. Good that they're buying. I'm not participating in their process. If my enemies are buying the things that I already own and it pumps the price, I can still be happy about it and still call them my enemies. What's this? Oh, you got a thought, Nate?
Yeah, oil futures jumped more than 5% on Israel-Iran conflict. Damn, it's almost like we need war to start up the money printer.
Yeah, it's so strange that like this stuff happens right around the time before November. When I can't remember if there's things that happen roundabouts November 6th. I know that the Marine Corps' birthday is on November 10th. That's what they're doing. That's what they're preparing for. They're getting a whole bunch of oil so that way they can have some nice big ol' luscious
campfires
for the Marine Corps birthday. Excellent. So because I love the Marine Corps, I'll put a heart there, and then I'll put a clown emoji. Where's my clown emoji? Oh, you guys can't see me scrolling through emojis. I'll put the puke emoji, and the heart is for the Marine Corps birthday. Oh, where the hell's the clown? Oh, there's the clown. Awesome. Got it. So you've got clowns, hearts, and pukes. Excellent. Ooh, a whole bunch of people got liquidated. Wah, wah. Sucks to suck. Price goes down, you get liquidated on your longs. Price goes up, you get liquidated on your shorts. I don't suggest people trade. You can do as you wish. It's a risky business, but they'll take your money and they'll take your collateral. So sucks to suck. Ooh, this just in, $800 billion Standard Chartered Bank says a Bitcoin dip under 60,000 should be bought into. This is a traditional finance people saying, hey, follow my campfire story. I would suggest that you guys don't take anything seriously. And then, and if the big banks are telling you to do something, they might want to dump on your heads, or they want you to pump their bags. I don't know, but I don't see them as being pretty nifty. This is actually a pretty cool little thing. So a new HBO documentary claims to have uncovered the true identity of Satoshi Nakamoto, the pseudonymous creator of Bitcoin. So that's pretty cool. And they totally buried the lead here so that you have to go click it to find out the information. So I'm going to go into the comments real quick and we'll see. Oh, yep, the CIA. It's Kim Kardashian. Kim
Yeah,
K.
it's definitely Kim Kardashian for sure.
Oh my God. That's fucking hilarious. I hope they did not, otherwise a person be immediately sentenced to life prison, like what happened to Ross Ulbricht, creator of Silk Road. That's interesting. Satoshi is not a person; it's an organization. His name is quoted for the organization.
You know, I love how everybody is saying exactly what or who Satoshi is. They're not like it
hang
could
on.
be, most likely.
I've got it. There we go. Oh, son of a bitch! I was on caps lock. Damn it! Hang on. I gotta delete that.
No, I think that's perfect.
Well, no, I want people to take it seriously. Hunter Biden was Satoshi. Was/is Satoshi. There we go. Bam. And that's the the thing that no one expects. Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. So I would be interested. Like, I don't want to watch the entire documentary because I just want to know the information. But like, again, it's a fucking campfire story. Like, how would we know? How would they know? I don't fucking know.
I highly doubt it.
Yeah.
I think the guy that they were claiming was Satoshi in there, he was known to be anti-Bitcoin or whatever. It's like, are you sure about that? I don't know. The creator of Bitcoin isn't gonna say, "Oh, Bitcoin is worthless and it's terrible and it sucks." It's like, that's your own creation, dude.
Bro, what if their whole documentary is it's Craig Wright? Turns out it's Craig Wright the whole time. It's Craig fucking Wright.
Right.
Oh boy. Doesn't matter who Satoshi is. What matters is what we believe, right? It's more of what Satoshi stands for than who Satoshi was. But it would be a nifty campfire story.
Yeah.
Another campfire story is that CryptoPunk number 1563 sells for 24,000 Ethereum. So that's pretty cool.
Damn.
Somebody sold an NFT for a lot of money. I'm gonna give them the middle finger, a clap, and then a clown to show my sentiment. I mean, I think it's funny. I own a couple NFTs. Actually, fuck, I own a lot of NFTs now that I think about it. Yeah, holy shit. I actually have several hundred, or I have a couple hundred NFTs. They're mostly GOAT token or GOAT Degen protocol GOAT validators for run by David Feeder at the Validator store. So shout out to David Feeder and the Degen protocol making those cool little NFTs where you can own part of a pulse chain printing validator. So there's another money printer for you guys at home. Earn like 9% APR or APY.
Yeah. The validators technically are for people with bigger bags, I would say. There's some. I was talking to Sonny the other day, and he was kind of pissing me off because he was sitting there talking about how, oh, if you buy my coins and then you get that automatic drip, I can't remember. I think it's reflection tokens.
You talking about the INCR, the POLSR, all of the little tax tokens?
Yeah. And he was saying, yeah, this is how you retire, by buying these coins and then just having passive income for life. And I was like, dude, bro, like, somebody putting $100, $1,000, or even $10,000 into that is not going to make enough to actually like live off of. Not even close. You need to start getting into millions for this to actually happen. And this is what we were talking about Friday, right? About wealth preservation versus wealth creation. For people who only have $10,000, you need wealth creation vehicles, which means that 10,000 goes to $1 million, right? But then once you have that $1 million, you're not going to put it into something that, you put $1 million into a coin and then it drops down. Now you have 10,000, right? You don't want that. So, once you get that $1 million, you want to pull it out and then put it into something that yields. that is nice and stable, either like a stable coin as far as like US dollars go, because you are trying to retire off them and dollar is still a king, right? So then you would, you know, put it into either like a index fund, whatever, that high yield index fund.
Yep.
You can start pulling out like 5 to 10%, you know, per year on that. Or, you know, you put it into like just stable coins or maybe just Bitcoin or something that's more stable. And then you just get yields off of that. And, you know, I mean, that can range everywhere. So, but I mean, that's all about the preservation of it, you know, and then you get a continued paycheck month after month. That's like, hey, this is how much I can spend for the month, right?
That's what I use the goat feeder that I was telling you about earlier for. Is I've built a machine on the goat feeder that is now one of my DCAs that I do every week into the assets, because it's measured in stable coins. It's not measured in, you know, regular tokens, but the token that backs the stable coin is a leverage play on Pulse. And so it's a very interesting product that they've created. So shout out to those guys over there, and shout out to everyone that makes cool man, the word passive income is interesting. I think it's just like, you know, less attention necessary income. You know, it's like it's still kind of a job because you have to pay attention to it occasionally, but it's way less than the stuff that you would normally need to do with all the trading and whatnot. Um, but yeah, I forgot what we were talking about, but I guess we'll just go ahead right on into the next thing. Bitcoin dropped below a price. Cool beans. We don't care about that. The new IMF is advising El Salvador to amend its Bitcoin laws. Oh, International Monetary Fund, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. IMF is advising El Salvador to amend its Bitcoin laws, improve regulations, and reduce government involvement in the cryptocurrency. I'll put a clown emoji, I'll put a poop emoji, and I will put a middle finger up emoji because fuck the IMF. I don't really know who they are, but they sound like bad guys if they're telling El Salvador what to do. So good for El Salvador for being leading the way and telling everyone what to do. Ooh, this just in, FTX. So let's see. Let's check what day this was. Scroll up and down. October 3rd at almost midnight, FTX will sell 22.3 million WLD tokens at a discount of up to $75. Oof. So bankrupt cryptocurrency
Oh,
exchange FTX.
WorldCoin. I was like, wait a minute, who is that again? Well, that's WorldCoin.
Oh, WorldCoin. Okay.
Yeah.
They plan to
Like
auction
the
23 million.
wild WLD.
Wow, 22.3 million world tokens, almost worth 38 million, at a discount of 40 to 75%, according to media reports. That makes sense.
You know that. So this kind of reminds me of like what I think they're gonna do with Solana as well. I think. I mean, they own a lot of Solana.
You're talking about the FTX?
Yeah. I get the feeling that Solana's run for the most part is over. They're not really going to go much higher, and it's because it's been 12 straight months of just up only, and then you've got all these looming sellers just sitting there waiting. You know, I think you know there's going to be a lot of people buying in, but I think the net selling is going to be pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, it's I like Solana has performed very well this cycle because of a lot of the whatever X, Y, and Z reasons. It actually, well, it doesn't matter why it's performed well now that it's already happened, I suppose, or maybe it does. But the fact of the matter is, it's performed very well. So I don't know what the price of Solana was when FTX collapsed, but if it's doing better now and they start, distributing those Solana tokens and they're up, that would be interesting to see if they choose to distribute them based on dollar price value, or if they distribute them based on like the amount of tokens that people had in their little personalized accounts and holdings and things. But that's definitely going to be a tricky scenario. So sucks to suck, World Token. I guess that you don't get our IDs, and there's going to be some price action going on there. Let's see what's next. Binance crypto market share hits 4-year low according to CC data. So that's unfortunate. We do know
that's unfortunate, but CZ is going to change that. Haha, he's out. He's out. Free man.
Yes. I think that it's pretty cool what CZ stands for and what CZ does. It is unfortunate that they booted him from like his official position, but I still think it's like he's always going to be like the brand ambassador, much like fuck, who is that dude that was the Twitter guy? Jack. Oh fuck, I can't remember the Twitter guy's name, but the guy who was the CEO of Twitter before they sold, or before he got ousted and they sold to Elon. Jack Dorsey. So he was like the face of Twitter long after he stepped down as CEO and long after he was the top shareholder and stuff and was removed and everything. He was still like the face of Twitter. So I think that even if Elon Musk were to sell all of his shares of Tesla and sell all of his shares of X, he would still be the face of many, many things. And I think that CZ is the face of Binance. And it sucks that he has less control and he's still the brand ambassador, but it is what it is. And I think that Binance is a pretty cool thing. And I like what they do over there. I like that they provide a product that people can use, and whether people use it wisely or not is totally up to them. But yeah, those are my thoughts on that. Let's see what's this. Just in, Coinbase has announced its intention to delist all unauthorized stablecoins from its platform in the European Economic Area by end of December 2024. Wah, wah. So only USDC and EURC have achieved MiCA compliance, so there is potential delisting of Tether by the end of 2024. Coinbase, very bad. There's no spanking emoji. I would put a spanking emoji, but since there is no spanking emoji, I will just simply put where's the middle finger? There it is. Middle finger emoji. Fuck you, Coinbase. Also, I use you pretty much every time I onboard money in, so thank you for being an awesome product for me. And also fuck you for doing silly things. I guess we can have that nuanced perspective. Some more numbers, some more charts. This is all in the past. So this is now probably, let's see, this is October 4th at 8 in the morning. So we have now transitioned to, let's see, what day is October 4th? October 4th is Friday. So we're going through Friday's news. So the world's biggest derivatives market, the CME Group, that's over in the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, is looking to launch a physical Bitcoin product. I don't know what the fuck that means, but that's interesting. Perhaps they buy a Bitcoin and they print out one coin and then they say, hey, if you give us one of these coins, we'll give you one Bitcoin or something. I don't know. I think it's interesting. So, hey, if you can get people to buy my bags, then excellent. But I certainly wouldn't buy it. So I'm going to put a clown emoji. Oh, wait, there we go. So I have the Telegram screen over here, and then I have the StreamYard screen over here, and I kept like trying to click on the StreamYard screen. So I'll put a clown emoji there, and that's all that they're getting for me. This just in, some fucking meme coin launched the first ever ICO on Telegram, offering a new way for users to invest. I don't really care about that, but good for you guys for inventing a thing. I wouldn't be hitting an ICO on Telegram, but you guys are free to do as you please. Coinbase is set to delist Tether in the European Union over non-compliance. Fuck you, Coinbase. Thumbs down. And where's my middle finger emoji? There it is. Bam. Tether to unveil a solution for European market amid Coinbase delisting rumor. Oh, look at this. This is like a back and a forth between between Coinbase. Tether is set to introduce a new technology solution specifically designed for the European market in a bid to adapt to the evolving regulatory landscape in the region. So good for you, Tether. We'll see what happens. All right, this just in, EigenLayer investing unapproved Eigen token sale after $1 million token sale on MetaMask. Huh. Well, you win some, you lose some.
That's an interesting one. How do you sell a token unapproved? Like that's some technical shit right there, man.
Yeah. Maybe it's somebody wasn't supposed to sell. Like, I don't know if they mean that somebody bypassed the MetaMask approval. Like, when you go to approve something, you have to like literally click on that blue button. I don't know if that's what they mean or something else. So this is a little bit ambiguous. We'd have to probably dig in deeper. And we're doing rapid fire, so no digging in deeply. So for the folks at home, if you guys are interested in this, I would highly suggest you go to. Let me pull up the thing right here. t.me/news crypto, and you can check it out right there if you would like. But yeah, that's an interesting little thing going on right there. So I will unhighlight that. Some new coins that are doing some stuff. No one cares. Oh, they already have gold on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. The whole Texas Exchange is interested. Interesting. That's good to know. Just Live. Thank you for those updates. I'm not entirely sure what most of that stuff means, but I'm glad that other people understand this stuff. Will HBO document identify, or who will HBO documentary identify as Satoshi? Oh my God, people are fucking betting on who is Satoshi. That's fucking awesome. Craig Wright, less than 1%. Oh, that's fucking funny. Oh, so I guess they're not out yet. Well, this is, man, HBO, you guys are some smart motherfuckers out there freaking making a lot of money based on some fucking campfire stories. So this is interesting. I'm curious to see who they will identify. Hal Finney, Len Sassaman, Adam Back, Paul LaRoe, Nick Szabo, Craig Wright. I don't know who any of these guys are except for Craig Wright because I've seen all the Richard Hart videos describing how he's a piece of shit. I know that Hal Finney is passed away. He is no longer with us. But this is fun. This is just people gambling on things. So basically, it seems like the world thinks that Len Sassman is the most likely candidate that HBO is going to say is Satoshi. I still think it's going to be I still think that it's going to be Hunter Biden. Let's check out the comments and see what's going on in here. Satoshi Nakamoto, time to grab some popcorn. Oh, it's Elon Musk's mom. Oh, that's fucking funny. Absurd. CIA. Yeah, it could be the CIA. That would also be interesting to learn. Well, I guess we will see. So I'll put a face on that one. All right. More news from FinWatch. Market now shows a 0% chance of a 50 basis point rate cut in November. Last week it was 53. You know what? I don't fucking trust this website thing because it's just not very good. Like the last time they were predicting all these 25 basis points, and it's like really like they're gonna do whatever the fuck they're gonna do. So we can gamble on it all we want. But that's my thoughts on that. Fucking more macro stuff for Nate to talk about. We know how much Nate loves macro. That's going to be the new running joke, by the way, Nate. I hope you're aware of that.
Yeah.
Comics guy.
You know, I ask one time, hey, can we get away from the macro shit for a little while and go back to Pulse Chain or something like that?
Yep.
And
it's stuck
a
though.
running fucking joke.
It's sticky. Bro, if you ever become a pilot, your call sign is going to be macroeconomist. So
macroeconomist. There we go.
Versology thinks it's Hal Finney. I've heard Richard Hart say the same thing, that in one of his streams that he was talking about how he thinks it's Hal Finney. And that would be the easy solution if it was Hal Finney, because Hal Finney has already passed away. Rest his soul. He's done some great things. It would be cool because with him being gone, then there's then he could be a martyr, as opposed to if they say it's someone who's still alive, then it might not be very good. But in any case, I think that it's better not knowing. So I might just not watch the documentary, and anytime someone starts talking about it, I'll cover my ears and go la la la. But we'll see. We'll see. It's a fun. I think it's cooler as a mystery, but it is fun to speculate. All right. Breaking Solana based bot, blah 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 blah. Okay, cool beans. Some bots made some money. I don't care about that. There's some more numbers for you guys that like numbers. Excellent stuff. I don't care. Some market cap numbers. I don't care about that. Oh wait. Don't care about it. Let's see. Satoshi era Bitcoin whale who mined millions just 1 month after its launch moves Bitcoin to Kraken. Oh man, that sucks. A Bitcoin whale from the network's earliest months is sending more of its holdings to crypto exchange Kraken after 15 years of dormancy. What an interesting factoid there. That's some cool stuff. I don't know. Do you have any thoughts on this, Nate? I'm at kind of a loss here. When sleeping whales move, it definitely upsets.
Well, okay, yeah, no, it upsets people because he's a whale in Bitcoin, so he's got a lot of Bitcoin. He's early. He was an early Bitcoiner, right? And now he's moving it to an exchange. Well, the exchange is how they generally sell. So basically, that's Bitcoiners going, oh, looks like somebody's gonna go sell a whole bunch of Bitcoin. Oh man, that guy's got 77 million. That's a lot. By the way, I love Brissology's freaking name for me.
Nate McMacro.
Oh,
that's fucking good. I need to catch up on the chats. Should we do a round of chat shout outs, you think?
Yeah, possibly. We got some funny
yeah.
ones in here.
Excellent.
let's
Mrs.
do it.
Producer, if you don't mind, let's do some motherfucking chat shout outs. It is we're about an hour into the show, so that's a good time to do some chat shout outs. Go ahead, and if you please, we've got Mr. Conspiracy Crypto, Ramon, my very good amigo I've met in real life and done some cool streams with, saying, "What's up, fam? What's up to you too, good sir? Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you on the show, interacting and hanging out with us for some delicious campfire stories." Next up, we've got, I should pull my starred screen over so I can see. The universe works in mysterious ways. Let's plan for it, Nate and Will. So this is regarding the not DARPA, the HARP, HAARP, I think, the thing that's about predicting weather and stuff. So that would be cool to cover that. Mr. Paul Sachs, Paul, myself, Nate, Mr. Ramon, like we seem to have an interest in this topic of conversation. So I'd like to be a fly on the wall.
Interesting
I don't
topic,
know much.
man. That'd be a lot of fun.
This is cool. I like it. We do it live, folks. We organize things live. So excellent to see you, though, Paul Sachs. Welcome to the stream. Next up, we've got Mr. Russ with a picture of his beautiful pooch, or her beautiful pooch. Hi, ladies and gents. Hello to you too, amigo. Good to see you. Welcome to the show. Next up, we've got the very own Giovanni Giorgio. I presume that you're Italian. I'm sorry if that comes across as inauthentic or me mocking you. I'm just trying to have fun and everything. But he's saying "ooh" like a ghost, or "oh" like a ghost. I can't really. I'm not really sure. That now that I say it out loud, it's probably "oh" instead of "ooh." So, welcome to the show, bro. Where we're just a bunch of degenerates degenning all around, and then we've got Mr. Brissology with his comment talking about how he thinks that Satoshi Nakamoto is Hal Finney. Rest in peace to Hal Finney. He died of a I think neurodegenerative disorder. So welcome, Brissology. Good to see you, broski. I love to have the fantastic, super fun folks in the comments and hanging out and everything. And that's all we've got for chat shout outs. You guys have been going freaking crazy here in the chats. My God. I'm just like scrolling down and just seeing how much stuff y'all have been talking about. Y'all are fucking fantastic.
Yeah, people are just chilling. People are here. I mean, you literally were like, "Hey, come join the campfire. We're just going to be talking and having a good old time." And it's like, yeah, that's exactly what we're doing right here. So
yes,
I love it.
It's like the good old days when we first started having our video chats in the Telegram. We just talk about shit that's going on.
Right.
This is fucking crazy though, man. It's good that he didn't move a lot. It looked like, oh, this is his wallet size, not the movement size. Okay. Alrighty, gotcha. Who mined millions. Oh, I thought they meant mined millions of Bitcoin instead of mined millions of dollars. Okay, it is measured in millions of dollars today. So that's an important distinction. But still, that's a lot of Bitcoin. So interesting to see. All right. Wow. Okay. Crypto news. The odds of Len Sassaman being HBO's Satoshi pick fall to under 40% in Polymarket. What a silly world. We'll give it a little kiss.
Okay, not.
We'll give it a kiss and a little writing symbol. So
fucking kiss. All right.
That's funny.
I am enjoying being here, literally drinking. How many shots have I had now? I don't know.
This is great. I love it, bro. I'm on my second beer. This is a good time. I'm talking a lot more, so I have less opportunity to take sips. But let's see. We've got this fantastic meme right here. Bitcoin Uptober event canceled. Sell now. No, Q4 is very bullish. I fucking love it. This is great. If Zenith was here, he would be absolutely loving this. There's a little poopy. You know what? I'm gonna put the poopy emoji just because that's a little happy poop. This is great. What a good meme. Poop. All right. Bitcoin Core 28.0 has been released. I don't know what that means. Oh, is this an update? Oh, I guess it's an update. Well, look at that. They're changing the Bitcoin code. Who would have thought? Bitcoin Core installation binaries can be downloaded from bitcoincore.org, and the source code is available from the Bitcoin Core source repository. I don't know what the fuck that means, but good job. I'm so proud of you guys. Some stupid
Those are your
coins.
favorite coins. You own
Yeah.
all those coins. Those are the only ones you buy.
Yeah, these are this is basically my entire portfolio right here is all of these things that I'm going to talk about. Oh wow, that's funny. I clicked Bitcoin. I actually the only coin on this list that I own is PP. Good old Pepe.
I got a couple of
Man.
them on there.
Yeah, it's a fun list. These are fun lists. We like listicles. All right, let's see. Bitcoin ETFs now hold almost 5% of the total supply of Bitcoin. Ugh, I don't like that. That does not bode well with me. But,
Yeah.
you know, hey, if people are going to buy, people are going to buy. I just wish that it was not BlackRock's Vanguard, State Street, Grayscale.
Well, we
And,
all
like,
knew that they were coming, though, man. You know.
yeah, they're pumping our bags. But it's like, I don't, it's still, yeah.
Here's
is
the way
what
I
it
look
is.
at it. Okay, they're pumping our bags, but they're in the old ones, right? And because they're in the
Yeah.
old ones, we're out here at the tip of the spear, you know, and we're like, haha, there's new technology, and we're the ones who are running ahead of you guys, you know. But because they're buying the old ones, that causes our newer ones to go up too. So when they're making us richer by trying to put us in a cage, haha,
Yeah.
beat
Yeah.
you, bitches.
And it's like it's good and bad. It's good if you want the temporary satisfaction of a temporary pump. It's bad if you are leaving the place for good. Or no, it's good if you're leaving for good. It's bad if you want to own more Bitcoin in the future. So it's like, I guess, oh, excuse me. This is the price that we pay for having such a cool thing. So look at that. FGI is at 50. That's unusual. I've never seen it at 50 before, but I also don't look at it very much. Historically, during each halving year, the Q4 usually ends in a big pump. Look at that.
Yeah, that's what
97%.
Jay was talking about Sunday.
Yeah, okay. Excellent. That totally went over my head. That's excellent. They were talking about a lot of big brain stuff on that pod. That just like I was like, I'm happy to be here to hang out, and that's about as far as I go into it. But I do like pumps. Let's hope it's not a pile of shit. Top 5 DeFi products by total volume locked. I don't care about that. Good job though. Here's
Nobody
a
cares
chart.
about Eigenlayer. You hear these big influencers talking about Eigenlayer all the fucking time, and it's like, dude, you came out with like how many billions of market cap, and you're like, oh, by the way, go buy this coin. It's like, no, I'm not going to. You're not cheap.
Yeah, I have no idea what Eigenlayer even is. And I'm not terribly concerned because we've got better, richer heart products. So that's what I'm about, is getting the stuff that's cool. Let's see. Ooh, Briz and Kenturian are talking about Sea of Thieves in the comments. I like that. You know, boys, I think I'm gonna hop on some Sea of Thieves after stream here. So that's what I'm gonna do. If you guys are listening, that's my intention. So if you guys want to do some cruising for a bruising, that's what I'm gonna be doing. And we can hang out and have fun. Ooh, it looks like I've got another personal message. So let's see if that's someone wanting to play Sea of Thieves. That'd be cool. This is also the Sea of Thieves chat. For those of you guys that want to play Sea of Thieves, not only do we have the Sea of Thieves, do we have the video game thing inside of the Degen Roundtable room, but I've made a separate Sea of Thieves chat for those of you guys that want to watch some cool videos or hang out and shoot the shit with us, or like learn of our play schedule and just kind of, fuck around and find out. That's pretty fun. All right, let's see. Our next bit of news. 10 of the top 25 ETFs launched this year are Bitcoin ETFs. That's what that was. Good stuff. Good to know. This just in, Vitalik Buterin converts meme coins to Ethereum, donates to Tornado Cash Defense Fund. That's an interesting move. I like that move. Wow. Good for him. I like Tornado Cash. I like the idea of privacy. I like the idea of people keeping their stuff. It's interesting that Vitalik sells the coins that people send him and then goes and does cool things with it. It's interesting. It's like he can do whatever he wants. They're his coins, his tokens, and I like that he puts it towards a thing that I also like. It's interesting. This is what you sacrifice, by the way, when you send Vitalik your meme coins. Is he'll very likely dump it. So there's some things for you guys to write down. So I will put a little heart. I will put a little fire, And I'm tempted to put a laughy face because it's funny, but I'm going to put a thumbs up because
what a strange transfer of funds, right? You've got this multi-billion-dollar dude, and you're like, haha, I shall send my coin to you. And he's like, okay, thank you for handing me money. Let me just buy up ETH. It's like, it doesn't make sense, dude.
I think they're sending them the coin as a marketing play. It's like, look, it's in Vitalik's wallet. It's worth something, you know? And it's like, nah, bro, you're totally using his brand and using his stuff. And so like, I get it that he's selling the stuff. That totally makes sense. Like I can't say what I would do in that position. Because I don't really know. I do like what he's doing with the capital that he sorts out though. So that's kind of nice, is he's helping out the dudes with Tornado Cash, which I think is a great product and a great service. And ZKZX is the copy of it that's on Pulse Chain. I don't know how to use it anymore. They took down the UI, and I don't know how to do blockchain stuff from like the Etherscan or whatever. But like there is a copy of Tornado Cash on Pulse Chain called ZKZX. Shout out to those guys. It was a really cool product. But yeah, rest in peace, amigos. All right, so let's see. Ethereum exchange reserve for all exchanges. Over 100,000 Ethereum has been deposited on exchanges in the last 24 hours. And this is from Crypto Quant data. That's pretty cool. I guess it's getting sold, or maybe the exchanges are bolstering their numbers because they expect more transaction volume or something like that. But this is interesting. So I will put I wonder if there's a writing emoji. There is a writing emoji. I will write that down. And then I'll put a poopy because I like little poopy emojis. It's cute. And then a love heart. So we're going all over the place with this one. Some numbers we don't care about. No one knows who is Satoshi. Adam Beck ends HBO hype. As Money Electric, the Bitcoin story, nears release, speculation about Satoshi Nakamoto's identity resurfaces, with Adam Beck insisting that HBO is wrong. Hey, you know, that's like, I would be willing to bet that HBO is trying to make some fucking money. And so they're going to drum up some money. And they're marketing it. And they also know the time. It's right before an election. It's the halvening year. It's right before the craziness of the bull run. You know, it's right before the Q4 bullish thesis, right? So who the fuck knows? Good job for HBO though for selling people Campfire stories that will probably influence their decisions to buy your specific product. So kind of reminds me of like a t-shirt vendor, you know, selling the sports ball team t-shirts after they win the Super Bowl or whatever the heck, out in the parking lot. Like not an official t-shirt vendor, like someone who went out and made their own custom shit, riding off the coattails of success of other people, which is fine, you know. Everyone is free to make the tools that they wish are pretty cool. So some more crypto news. This just in, the United Arab Emirates eliminates taxes on all crypto transactions. This is actually something that we covered on the Sunday show briefly. We had spoken about how it's like pretty cool and we should all move to Dubai because, you know, fucking hooray for no taxes on crypto transactions. That's pretty cool. I like that. Oh, and then, oh, son of a bitch. And then we've got Elon Musk and Donald Trump. I do like that these two fucking icons
That was
are
really
like,
cool.
that they're like, they're,
when they got up there.
With our powers combined, fucking, I would love to see like a crazy cool dream team. Who else can we put on this crazy cool dream team? We've got Elon, we've got Trump, I think maybe Joe Rogan perhaps, and Vermin Supreme, the guy that wears the rubber boot on his head, you know?
Yo,
then,
okay, can I just point out how Elon Musk is a goddamn meme, bro. He gets up there and starts jumping up and down.
He knows.
It's like everybody, all these other politicians are like, hello, yes, yeah, oh, you know. And then even Trump is like, hey, that guy over there, he's cheering louder than everyone else, right? He fucking gets up and literally starts jumping up and down.
And he's wearing a fucking t-shirt under his blazer, so like he knows what's up.
Oh man, he's a literal walking meme, bro. I freaking love. And then he's like, oh, I'm Black MAGA.
Yep,
because that's that Make America Great Again, but it's black.
Dude, it's what the people need, man. People people need the entertainment. People need they need like. So Elon Musk is breaking rapport right now. That's what he's doing. He's offsetting expectations in a positive manner that gets people to remember it, and it's making cool moments. So it's like, like he's doing great, and his body language is on point. It's fantastic. It's very like open and inviting, and having lots of fun, and like nothing but smiles and like big sweeping movements and things. So it's excellent what he's doing here. I fucking love it. I highly suggest you guys all study body language and body language interpretation and stuff, because it's all part of the subtle art of communication. But yeah, good for Elon. I fucking love it. My entire crypto portfolio
Yeah.
in Q4 is in these man's hands. Go ahead,
I'm
Mr. McGinnis.
Okay, awesome. I was just gonna say I completely agree with you. We talked about that a little bit earlier, and body
Yeah.
language is so big. It's actually like 80% of communication, and I completely agree with you. I think Elon's fantastic at that. It's just fun to watch him. You know what I mean? Like you see him doing the things, and you're like, oh, this guy looks like a cool guy to hang out with. He comes across very personable, and it's anyway. Sorry, what I wanted to say. We were talking about Elon though, not Trump.
Either or, whatever you
Okay,
want.
one thing I wanted to say, and this isn't meant to be like a dig at the other party, she who shall not be named, I'm going to go with for this moment in time.
Ooh,
But
Voldemort.
Trump actually physically has with him on his presidential tour right now Lee Greenwood, which is the person who sang God Bless the USA, which is the song that he's playing at his rallies. That man is 81 years old, and Trump brought him into his rally. This is his final or his final tour, Lee's final tour before he actually retires. Do you know how cool that is? Like he physically went and got the singer, brought this 81-year-old man with him, and he's like, "This is amazing. This is like an opportunity of a lifetime. We're gonna go travel the states, and you're gonna sing at my rallies." Like that's awesome. Meanwhile, we have the other party playing WAP music, and
Yeah.
just so
It's so like it's such a
yeah.
stark contrast between the two. It just
Absolutely.
it boggles my mind. Like it's not even like a competition. It's just strengthening the tribalism on both sides. It's not like, hey, I'm fighting for reasonable people's attention. It's like, I want these crazy people, and I want more of my type of crazy people, and I want
Well,
these crazy people, and I want more of these type of crazy people. But I think that they're a little bit more, sophisticated and like proud to be an American and stuff.
the big thing for me, I guess, that the reason why that I guess resonates with me so much is it really makes me think about the differences in the level of attention and care to our actual country,
Yeah,
how much these people see the country and are, actively truly caring about it. It feels like a gimmick for Kamala, and
yeah,
Trump feels like he's truly like almost like not, I don't want to say, oh, he's an American hero or something. I'm not trying to say that, but he's into it. You know what I mean? Like to have the person who made that song, 81-year-old dude, come around to my rallies. I thought he was just playing the song, over speakers, and I went and looked it up because I've loved that song for a very long time.
yeah.
It's one of my favorites. So I went and looked it up because I was just curious. I was trying to figure out who made it. And in trying to figure out the original artist, because I wanted to add it to Spotify, I found out that he's physically with Trump. They're not just playing something. The dude's traveling with him, which is so freaking cool.
That's awesome. Trump knows how to put on a big show, and you said it very well. And I'm gonna give a shout out to Tim Pool for saying this, or somebody on the Tim Pool IRL show or their podcast that they do, where they had made mention that it's like the United States isn't Democrat ideology and Republican ideology. It's less like liberalism and versus conservatism, and it's more, are people informed about everything, or are people falling inside of a like a blinder shoebox mode? So it's like there's a party of empowering an individual with knowledge and like sovereignty capability, and then there's a party of like, listen to us, we'll take care of you, don't you worry, like it'll all be okay. And it's just like, it's absolutely ridiculous. It's the informed versus the uninformed. It's not Democrat versus Republican. It's not liberal versus conservative. It's like, are you paying attention, are you not paying attention, or like, are you consuming only the campfire stories that like are within your preconceived notions, and like, are you basically just circle jerking information, or are you getting new information? So that's the way that I see the political landscape now. Is it's like people are either they're either in a spiral of similarity, or they're paying attention to the stuff that's actually going on and trying to find a way to solve it. So that's my
Agreed.
2 cents. And I think you're absolutely right. What do you got, Nate?
So the whole WAP thing, right? That was Megan Thee Stallion, as Bristology says in here. And do you know what was hilarious about that? Was they were talking about how Kamala brought in these thousands of people and it was huge and it's just totally successful. Well, you want to know the truth?
Nope, she didn't. It was Megan, right?
It was Megan, yeah, because
Yeah.
they started with basically a free concert from Megan Thee Stallion. Okay.
Yep.
So people like poured in, and then it literally as soon as they're like, okay, now let's bring on Kamala, and she started walking out, people were literally walking out the door. They ended with like only a couple hundred people there.
Yeah. It's like
Oh.
they can't like it. Dude, it's so fucking funny. It's so fucking funny.
The memes are great. I love it.
That's
why it's like I never cared about political anything, but this shit, like Trump, makes it fun again.
Dude, it's like it's make America great again, make America healthy again, make America fun
Making
again.
politics fun again.
Yes.
Yes,
Oh,
100%. Oh man, I don't even like care about Trump or anything. I do prefer someone who's trying to be America first, right? But like at the same time, he's just so much fun. It's just always a meme, always a joke. Whenever you're listening to him talking or like having a debate or whatever, it's always there's some chuckles in there and there's some giggles. I mean, freaking Elon Musk doing this whole goddamn dancing thing and just jumping up and down. Like, okay,
it's good. I'm noticing my tower instincts are. I'm noticing these these Roan structures behind them. By the way, if you guys ever want to buy tower components, that's called Roan, ROHN, Roan steel. They make those. They make those little like towers with the cross diagonal bracings and stuff. It's very good. Like a single section of that. That's like, I don't know, 10-foot long, costs like 200 or 50, like 50 to $200. I can't remember, but yeah, good stuff. That Roan steel.
I wanted to add in really quick, since Nate brought this up, that Elon's like jumping around and just acting really like active, I guess. Something that we had talked about earlier in the stream, Will, is the body language thing, and how it's like a huge component when it comes to communication.
Yeah.
One thing that we studied in college was actually George W. Bush, and he was a pro at that. He had a very personable body language that he would. Well, you can't say whether or not he went out of his way to do it on purpose because we're not in his mind. But the theory is that he did that on purpose to make himself more likable, to express that he is human. Because even though he's like the president, he's still a human being. And one of the examples that they showed was he was going to leave a building, and the door was locked. So he went to go out the door, and he crashed into it. And he took a step back, and he just kind of looked indignant, and was like straightened his shirt, crossed his arms. He's like, all right, well, I guess that happened. And another great example is when Reagan had that, like, I don't know if it was a gunshot, but that video where he has that loud bang and he's like, oh, you missed me.
Yep.
That's what these guys are displaying, like that almost childish like excitement, that enthusiasm. Like it's contagious. When you see people acting like that, you just like, it automatically gives you good vibes, unless you already have a negative opinion of said person. But yeah, so that's what Elon's doing here. He's got that body language trick, or those techniques down, and he's just doing it. It's fun to watch when you kind of think about the psychology behind it.
Yep, I do like it. This is something that you and I had discussed earlier, and this is part of the reason why I like to stand on streaming. For those of you that don't know, like, I like standing because it allows me to be more expressive. I can wander around. I can do this. I can hold my arms like this if I'm being pensive. I can come up close if like I want to listen. When I start the stream, I start it with big, large, sweeping gestures. Is like, welcome everybody to the Degen Roundtable, as opposed to like, welcome to the Degen Roundtable, everybody. It's like body language is super duper important. I can't stress enough. It's super important to learn these things so that way you could be more purposeful and better at communication. What you got, Nate?
Here at the Degen Roundtable, you don't just learn about crypto. No, you learn about every aspect in fucking life, including body language. Like when you're sitting there getting feelings because the Degens are on. Wow, look at Will. He's funny. He's very energetic. You know, there's lots of information going here, right? It's like, yeah, okay, all that excitement, everything you feel is because he's purposely doing it, and he just told you how he does it. It's like, yeah, there's a lot of things you can learn.
I just now got over to the private chat. Yes, Mrs. Producer, I'm going to mark my names. But yeah, dude, like you guys are gonna be chock a block filled with information over here at the Degen Roundtable. We don't, yeah, Nate, you're absolutely right. We're here to help people in everything. We're here to help people become ascending men. Bro, you picked a great brand name when you chose that. That's
well, yeah, because it is legitimately like where I'm at. I would say, like, if you were to actually like look at my life and look into, you know, everything that I'm doing with my life, I am legitimately one of these guys who's trying to level up, you know? And yeah, so I mean, the name just kind of was like, I'm just the ascending man. That's all I'm doing. I'm just ascending. And actually, what's hilarious is my name here, McGet It. This was when I first got into it was my first course with Charlie Miguel.
Was that the Q1, Q4?
Yeah, it was Q4, Q1. Yeah. But yeah, and it was my first time, okay? And I had to get into the Zoom call, and they're like, "Oh, what's your name going to be?" I'm like, "Well, I'm not going to use my actual name. Like, I wanted some anonymity here." Okay, I can't fucking speak, but you know, it's like I don't exactly want to throw everything out there. I don't want to dox myself entirely. So I'm like, do you know what'd be really hilarious? Like, I'm trying to get these gains, so I'm gonna say Mick Get It, and it just kind of stuck.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking good. You know, and it's like you recognize it. It's got a good sound. It's like it's a nice number of syllables. It's not like Nate Eisenbahn Bivengung or something, you know, or Mr. Califragilistic or all that stuff. But yeah, dude, that's I just dropped a fork. But yeah, bro, you picked an excellent brand and an excellent name. Let's see. Let's get back to this stuff. I think we've tapped this pretty good. Learning about body language, and also like these guys, like our portfolio is in these guys' hands. This is fucking. This is if I had to trust people to lead the country, it's like people who are enthusiastic about making the world better. Like that's a good vibe for me. They passed the vibe check. They got my vote. Not that my vote matters because I'm in a state that is like my Washington state vote is it just gets swept right under the rug. Thanks to the thanks Electoral College for not representing me, but that's all that. Here's some shit that we don't care about, some coins that don't matter, and including this silly fucking coin right here. What a dumb coin. At the top 15 list. All right, let's check out what's this going on. According to CoinGlass, 72% of Ethereum USD Chi traders on Binance are holding long positions. So I don't know what that means. I guess that means that they believe more in Ethereum than they believe in the dollar. So cool. I like it when
they should. They should.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it pumps my bag, so they absolutely should. I'll put a heart and a fucking fire on that one because I like it when people are long my bags. Bitcoin hit 63,000. Let's see, what day is this? October 6th is what it says. So today is October 7th. Ooh, we've only got 19 more to go. Wow, look at that. We're almost caught up with the present. So Bitcoin is doing the stuff. I don't know what the time span is for these. Oh, here we go. June 10th, June 10th, June 10th. Wait, what the fuck? Why does it say June 10th? That's strange. We're nowhere near June. Whatever.
It's fucking fake, bro.
Like, yeah, I don't care.
What the hell
Bitcoin
is that?
hit 63 so yesterday. Yeah, I don't know. Huh. I also don't know the time scale of these candles. I don't know if these are 1 minute candles, if these are 2 hour.
Yeah, see, this is why I don't like looking at this shit because they're always like, oh my god, look at the giant green candle. It's like, bro, is that on a second chart?
I'm like gonna click BTC tick. So, son of a bitch, Bitcoin price. Show me the fucking sauce, bro. Instant alerts on every $1,000 move in Bitcoin. Keep these notifications turned on. Oh, okay. So this doesn't tell you the timeline. This just tells you when Bitcoin hits a different $1,000 mark. So that's what it does. That's interesting. Okay, so it's not based on time. It's based on price. That makes a lot more sense. Holy shit. Wow. Okay. Well, I'm glad I clicked on that. I was today years old when I learned that. So yeah, 340 subscribers for the Bitcoin price. You guys can get this ticker if you go to @BTC_Capital_tick on Telegram. So there you go. All right. That's interesting. Oh, this just in: Telegram to enable NFT conversion for new gifts feature. That's pretty cool. I like when Telegram makes new things. I don't care about NFTs a whole lot, but I do like Telegram. So good stuff. Way to make new things. This just in: Japanese public company MetaPlanet buys another 1 billion yen worth of Bitcoin. I wonder what a Bitcoin is in yen. I don't know, but I like when people buy Bitcoin. Let's see what this is. Tether marks 10th anniversary with USDT documentary showcasing impact in Turkey, Brazil, and Argentina. So that's pretty cool. They have 10 years of use case. I don't know which is the longest stable coin, but fucking sweet. Turkey, Brazil, and Argentina. So I like it. I like when tools are around for a long time, and Tether being around and functioning and doing all that stuff. I know that they tried to crash it last bull market. Well, not they tried to crash it, but the system was stress tested for like a shit ton of people trying to cash in their USDT for real life Tether, and or excuse me, real life dollars, and they were not able to crash the system with massive amounts of transactions and things. So good for them. Ooh, this is a bunch of Chinese. BGBUSDT. I don't know what that means. BitGet exchange token BGB Bravo Golf Bravo crashes over 50%, dropping to 56 cents before starting to recover. I don't know what BitGet is, but that sucks. So I will laugh. I will
BitGet it.
Yeah. Mr. BitGet it. They got BitGot. That's what happened to them right
Yo,
there.
what the wait a minute. Exchange token crashes over 50%. What is that time range? What the that must be the 15-minute chart. If you look up there.
No, it's
15.
1 Chinese character time. This is 15 Chinese characters. This is 1 Chinese character.
That's
I would guess it's an hourly.
15. Yeah, that's got to be the hourly. In 1
there's
hour.
4 hour.
Jesus,
There's probably
Christmas.
the daily.
What the hell happened there?
I'm guessing 1 minute, 15 minute, 1 hour, 4 hour, 1 day, 1 week or month or something would be my guess. But I don't know. Went down. Let's take a look at the comments. Why? Oh, I don't know. Market maker, liquidation provider. Toncoin has same fluctuations. Print from air and they hold 90% of the supply. Needs to drop more. Recovered nearly immediately.
Well, my freaking keyboard is freaking broken, bro.
Uh-oh, you cannot type?
No. It's like it goes on and off. I'm typing, then it like just stops typing. And then I have to go unplug it, plug it back in. It died, I guess. You know, this thing is so fucking old, by the way. Look at this. You see this? It is so old. I had this as a kid. I'm not even going to lie. I was 10 years old when I got this thing. And you know what? I bought it myself.
Well, bro, if you want to learn more about keyboards, you can hop on to Sci-Vive Chapter 8.
Right? Okay, I'm going to go there right away.
Fucking, oh, Jesus. Richard Hart basically like wrote a chapter of a book more or less like having an autism dump about like different types of plastics and different types of keys, touches and things. I guess Richard really cares about his keyboard, so you know it's good to have some knowledge. But I learned a lot about keyboards reading that chapter of Sci-Vive for book club, so that was quite entertaining. I use a Logitech.
Everybody in the chat, tell me what keyboard I need to get.
I have a Logitech G512 Carbon. That's the one that I have.
Sounds very advanced.
It's a plug-in one. It's got 2 USBs for plugging in. So I don't know what that means. The key types are soft. So it's very sensitive. So I don't know if you like to have like hard strike keys with lots of resistance. If you like keys with lots of up down movement or keys that are just like short up down movement, you know. I'm not sure what your preference is, but this one works great for me. Oh, the clicky, yeah. This one works great. You should get a typewriter, Nate, and you should rewire it to
Can you imagine just how annoying that would be? Like there's been a couple of streams I've been on that I'm like all I'm hearing is and like the guys talking have to be like, hey, we can hear your keyboard. Can you stop? He's like, oh, sorry. Like multiple times.
Oh man. I just looked at the Mrs. Producer put in likes to feel like she's fighting her keyboard whenever she types. That's the I used to be that way, but the as I learned to type faster, I liked it being less resistance. And I don't know, my preferences changed over time. And then I also saw Brissology's comment, Mrs. Producer, could you bring up what he wrote at 9:42? I think we should call dollars real life tethers. I don't know if I accidentally spoke about or if I accidentally misspoke earlier, but that's fucking funny, Brissology. I fucking love it, dude. Hell
Oh,
yeah.
by the way, did you see the private chat that I sent in there?
Oh, the in the private chat, oh, about the deck screener thing.
Yeah, I don't know if that's something you want to cover since we had some people talking about it.
I would prefer not to launch into it live, simply because it's a new token name and I don't know anything about it. For the folks, well, I mean, you guys can, if you guys are interested in finding new things that are related to what we were talking about earlier, you can rewind back in the stream. I don't want to give this token screen time as far because I don't understand it and I don't know anything about it. I haven't even brought up the chart. I'm going to pull it up in a new tab.
Oh, it looks like every new token ever.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, I can TLDR it for you.
Yeah,
so
goes up, goes down.
Yeah, yep, exactly. It shoots up and then goes down. So,
Yeah.
but TLDR. There's a new Pokemon coin that just came out.
Yeah,
like an hour ago. So.
Yep, that's interesting. So, like, I don't know if you guys like catching brand new things and riding the waves. It's a bit of a degenerate thing to do, and I generally don't like talking about brand new stuff anymore because in the past when I've talked about brand new stuff, I got wrecked and a lot of my audience members got wrecked, and it was not cool. So if you guys are interested in Pokemon, there's new Pokemon things available. You know, you can do with that information what you will. But that is an interesting chart, Mr. Nate, and it is on Pulse Chain. Yeah, it is on Pulse Chain.
Yeah, it's on Pulse Chain. It's part of the Poke Center. The reason why actually wasn't because like, oh wow, look at the chart. I really don't care about that, but the fact that there's a new Pokemon coin, it's like, wow, guys, you were talking about the Pokemon. It's super hot right now. Guess what? There's a new one.
Yes, it's an opportunity. If you're willing to do a degenerate play, it's an opportunity. Now, will it go up? Will it go down? Was it high? Was it low? Where the hell did that shot go? Fuck if I know, bro. We'll see in the future, I suppose. But that's a good. Sorry for like teasing you guys in the audience, but I'm not going to name it. It's all you need to know. If you're into the Pokemon stuff, you know where to find it. You go to the Poke Center. You look up the new coins that are launched. Bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. That's what's up.
If you're into the real Pokemon, not the coin version, you know who to talk to as well.
Yes. Mrs. Producer is our resident Pokemon expert, and she will help you with all of your problems if you're very polite and you're a good person and an inquisitive mind. So outstanding. All right, we're gonna roll right back on over to the newsity news. Oh yeah, because we made fun of this chart. Yeah, if we're talking about shit charts, you know, we're literally making fun of this guy live on the air. So there is that. Baby Doge announces. Oh, I don't care about that. Let's see. 200 crypto projects raise upwards of almost $1 billion during September. Cool. Zach XBT accuses crypto influencer. Oh, this is some fucking drama. I don't care about drama. You guys should pay attention to drama only insofar as it affects the price, and you should not engage in the drama because when you engage in the drama, you make it more real. So like, I don't want to play the drama game. It does not appeal to me. So if you guys like drama, then go watch some fucking TV or go hop onto Twitter. There's plenty of drama there, but you're not going to find it here. Yeah, exactly. You're not going to find that here on the Degen Roundtable. We're going to talk about things of substance, and we're all going to have a good time. So let's see. This just in, Binance has rejected 86% of Israeli military requests to freeze crypto wallets linked to Palestinians and others due to lack of sufficient evidence. Good for you, Binance. I like that you've rejected that. I don't like it when people try to use political power to get other people to do a thing. It's like, bro, fucking Israel, solve your own fucking problems. Don't come to me. Or like, if I was Binance, that's what I would say is like, solve your own fucking problems, bro. Like, I'm here to provide a service to everybody. You know, like I'm not here to say you're good guys, you're bad guys, you're left guys, you're right guys, you're up guys, you're down guys. Like I'm here to say, here's a service I provide. I sell hot dogs. I'm going to sell hot dogs to good guys. I'm going to sell hot dogs to bad guys. I'm going to sell hot dogs to left guys. I'm going to sell hot dogs to right guys. Don't try and force your will on me because you have some sort of agenda or because you have some sort of thingamajigger. And especially if they're like lack of sufficient evidence, that's definitely relevant. But like, it just seems to me like a silly goose move. So good for you, Binance, for sticking to your ground and not. Wow, look at that! Look at all of this fucking positive stuff. This is fantastic. So
because that's what crypto's all about. That was the whole
Yep.
fucking point of crypto, man. Like,
Yep.
we need to celebrate this shit. It's like, "Ugh, you're siding with the bad guys. Shut the fuck up.
yeah,
Everybody, I don't care if you're bad or good, which by the way, who says they're bad or good? Right? No, like this is all about, hey, why don't you let everybody just freely do what they want to, and then the good guys and bad guys can come out of that based on
Yeah.
consensus, you know?
I like that this has a lot of conversation in it too. The audience is doing a good job of like
Yeah.
moderating themselves and just all of these reactions.
Fuck the BB.
Like I thought that's pretty fucking funny, you know. Yeah, fucking- I like it when people talk shit with like, you know, with like it's just like a general shit talking as opposed to like, you know, trying to start like if when someone says get fucked, I think it's funny. But when someone says like, hey, I think you should die because of X, Y, and Z, it's like that's not as funny. So like this stuff is like it seems like the audience is having a good time conversing about stuff. And oh man, of course Hitler gets brought up. Hitler always gets brought up in any internet forum conversation. So pretty much all internet trolling either goes
Weird how that works,
to
isn't it?
goes to porn or goes to Hitler at the end of everything. Here's some more fancy numbers that we don't care about. Good stuff. Here's a chart that doesn't give us context, but hey, it lets us know Bitcoin's at 64. So good stuff.
Oh man, whoopsies. I
Little
absolutely hate it when they do that with the freaking charts. It's like there's zero context to what it is. They're just like, hey, look, green candles. It's like,
Well, so the
Okay.
context, now that we know that this Bitcoin ticker only gives us $1,000 increment price changes, that it gives us more like the candles don't matter
where they're at.
as much as like the candles as far as the scale goes, because like we can see the upward scale, we don't know the sideways scale. Oh, excuse me. Oh, look at that. There's timestamps. 8:30, 9:20, 10:10, 11 o'clock. Wow, okay. Now we've got a little bit more context. I thought that the last one said like January something.
Yeah,
That's interesting. We've got more context now, but like, yeah, it's basically just like the important thing is 64. Cool beans. That's all we need to know. So 64, and that was at 9 o'clock this morning. So good stuff. A bunch of people got liquidated. Hey, that's what you get when you play with leverage. You know, if you stick your hand in the fire, occasionally you'll get burned. This just in, the National Bank of Bahrain has launched its first Bitcoin-linked structured investment. That's pretty cool. I like it when people make products. Will I use it? Nope. I also don't live in Bahrain, so there is that. Product offers accredited investors exposure to Bitcoin's growth with 100% capital protection. Whatever. Cool Campfire story, bro. Cool story. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's what I should do is I should start just responding to everything with fires because it's all just a fucking Campfire story. I like my fire better. Famous Solana wallet Phantom Solana wallet Phantom has introduced beta support for Base Network. Wow, that's interesting that they chose a brand name of another token's like there's the Phantom wallet, and then there's also like the Phantom Network, you know, with the Phantom wallet. Or is the Phantom wallet part of the Phantom Network? Nate, do you know anything about this? You know, I think you know a little bit more about Phantom than I do.
Oh no. No, this is the Phantom wallet is, I guess it's kind of funny. You're thinking of the chain Phantom,
Yeah.
with an F. This is the Phantom wallet, which is one of the most popular wallets that's specifically for Solana. And so, yeah, this is just them saying, hey, we're expanding out to also include Base and all that, which I think is interesting because I've said for a long time now, ever since right around March, I believe, where Solana is clearly the alt season warm up season, right? Is Solana meme season. Okay, it's just meme coins, Solana meme coins. That's it. That was the warm up alt season, and now that you have Solana going on for 12 freaking months, and there's a lot of big players that could be dumping Solana. Well, you shouldn't be looking at gambling on Solana anymore. You want to move on to a fast chain that's cheap to transact and also has lots of memes. And I was like, number one is base. But then also look to like Phantom and Pulse Chain as well. And randomly, out of nowhere, Tron starts popping up. That was an interesting one. Hilariously enough, a lot of the Solana guys, the Solana cabal of meme traders, actually moved over to Tron, and now Tron's doing really good. Tron was mentioned earlier in your reel here, and yeah, outperforming basically everything. That's the reason why. And so, but I've been saying you need to get on base. You need to start looking around at the meme coins and seeing, hey, what are these big ones that are going to pop off? And this right here is more evidence of that Solana is conjoining themselves now basically with base to do meme trading. Okay.
With our power combined.
What about this camp story, guys? Do you want to make money?
Hey, fucking when other people are trading, you know that means is it gives us opportunity. This is interesting though. I don't like that they have the same name as the other ecosystem, but hey, that's just a branding move. Do as you please, I suppose, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Let's see what is next. Another one of Nate's favorite charts. Where's the fucking where's the fire emoji? I'm gonna put a campfire story. There we go. Boink. And then also a clown and an angry. I didn't even look at what the price said. This just in, the judge has approved FTX bankruptcy plan to repay customers with $16 billion in recovered assets. Yawn. That's funny. I am going to put in a fire emoji because it's a good campfire story. Repay customers of $16 billion. Yep. I think they're paying them in cash. I don't think they're paying them in the literal number of tokens. So fucking sucks to suck. I don't know what they're able to do, but it'd be cool if Sam Bankman-Fried could, or no, I'm not going to. Well, you know, whatever. I'll put a little heart, or no, I'll put a thumbs up for them to be at least they're making some sort of forward momentum. So I'll give them props for whatever it is that they're doing. Let's see. Up next, total market cap of Solana's meme coins is 10 billion. I don't care. Cool campfire story, bro. Today, Solana's 7th largest meme coin market cap is now flipped Spirit Airlines.
People want to buy freaking JPEGs and shit more than they want to go flying.
The 7th. There's 6 more that are worth more than Spirit Airlines. Oh, that's so
why is that a headline if it's the 7th one? The fuck?
I love it, man. This would be something cool, like just figuring out like market cap flipping. You know, like yeah. Let's see. What man? That could be a total. That could be a fucking. That could be a segment or something, like just comparing market caps. And we've got the Fear and Greed Index, and then finally we'll end off the night with XSGD, Singapore's first dollar-backed stablecoin, launches on Bitstamp to power global cross-border payments. Users can now seamlessly send and receive XSGD. Wow, what a terrible like XSGD. XS. It sounds like it's man. It's just that does not come off the tongue. X-Ray Sierra Golf Delta stablecoin across borders with confidence. Well, they can't pronounce it with confidence. I will tell you that much.
Wait, Singapore's dollar backed? So is it US dollars or is just Singapore's dollars?
I think I would presume it's an American dollar because we are the reserve currency of the world. So that's
Singapore is one of those money hubs of the world.
Yeah.
So I would assume so, but that's weird, man. I don't know.
Yeah, it is strange. It is unusual. All right, Mrs. Producer, if you wouldn't mind bringing us back, I'm going to go ahead and pull share screen down here in a moment. And then we will, oh, excellent. Thank you. So we'll go ahead and start closing out the show. Is there anything that you guys want to talk about before we do start moving to close? Is there anything that's been on your mind lately that we haven't already covered? And then we'll move to chat shoutouts, and then we'll do final thoughts and pop smoke.
No, man, like I've just been working on this shit back here. Like it's this buying other things, you know, obviously family stuff, but like I'm like, yay, now that I'm finally getting off and I actually have like an extra 4 to 5 hours per day, I can actually do more crypto shit again. Yay. And then I'm like, oh, by the way, all of this. Oh, okay.
Yep. The chores never end, bro. The chores never end. This is part of the great adulting that we must go through. Mrs. Mrs. Producer, do you have any final thoughts on anything that we have not covered? Want to talk more about Pokemon or more about body language or any other random thoughts that you think deserve mentioning?
No, I think we've pretty much wrapped it all up. The only thing I
I'm
really
not
want to
sure if
say
you're
is that
speaking. I cannot hear you. I see you've gone off mute though.
really?
That's weird because I can hear her on mine.
Okay.
That's weird
I
that you
wonder.
can't hear her.
Can we get ones in the chat if you guys can hear Mrs. Producer? Oh, actually, I could just pull up the YouTube. Look at that. I know how to use my internet thing.
It's acting like I'm talking.
Dang. I'm going to say I hope it's a problem on my end. Oh,
I think that's just your female bias kicking in.
Could be.
What?
Oh, we can hear her. I can hear her through your echo, anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, fiddlesticks! Dang it! Dang it!
Did you like mute her on your end or something?
No, I don't think
Is
so.
that possible? Can you do that?
That is so strange.
No, it's not. Not on StreamYards, anyways.
Oh, hang on. Say something again.
Hi.
Yeah, I can hear you on yours.
You can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, cool. Nate muted, so you're hearing. Just Live says they can hear me as well. So cool.
All right.
No idea what happened there. That was strange, but
yeah, apologies. We do it
cool.
live.
Yeah, right. No, I was gonna say I don't really have anything else to add to subject matter. I just wanted to say, really enjoyed this. This is a lot of fun. Would definitely love to do more of these. I apologize if I derailed anything for our audience. I'm not
You're
really
fine.
one of the crypto pros, but I just wanted to come and have fun. And this is Will's kind of premiere of this new idea that we're gonna be just having around. And me and him went through doing all the background and the thumbnails and like bouncing ideas off of each other to get this all ready. So I was excited about it. So I just wanted to join in, and so long as it's not detrimental and I'm not like disrupting what's going on, I would love to be in more of these too. So
Yeah, it's great. We love having you on the show, and you're like, while you might not know a whole lot of like the specific things going on, you have a lot of good insight on a lot of stuff that happens in real life, and it's also good to have the perspective of people that aren't as well informed, so that way we can like almost have like a canary in the coal mine to see if like, oh, are we talking about things that no one cares about? So that helps too as well. And we enjoy your company, and it's great having you on the show and everything. So thank you for joining us, Mrs. McGettit. Thank you for joining me. Thanks for joining us as well, Mr. McGettit or Nate McGettit. And let's do one final round of chat motherfucking shout outs, and we'll see what's going on in the chats. I believe we've got a couple of them starred. It looks like, ooh, Mr. Producer, if you'd pull up. Yes, we've got Mr. US Crypto Boogie himself. What's up, cats? What's up to you too, amigo? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here, hanging out, having fun with us. Next up, we've got Dr. H, the Cryptopractor. Hey, fucking Degens, what's good? Bop that like button. He's absolutely right, guys. You got to bop that like button. You got to like that smash button. You got to hit that thing. fucking smash that like button, everyone. That's the only thing that we're asking you to do right now. So get to it. And then next up, we've got Mr. Beyond All. It's Phantom. So I'm not sure. Oh, that's in response to the wallet thing that we were talking about earlier.
No. It's Danny Phantom. That's what he's getting at.
Oh, it's Danny Phantom. I heard that he was just 14 when his parents built a very strange machine that was like designed to view the world unseen or something like that. So you got to catch him all because he's Danny Phantom.
I'm so glad you remember so much of that. I don't remember any of that other than the it's Danny Phantom thing.
Yep. There was a song on a video game that had a very similar soundtrack to Danny Phantom. Shout out to Operation Flashpoint back in the day, Game of the World edition, made by Codemasters and Bohemia Interactive. Their Slow Blade song sounds just like Danny Phantom. Gotta catch 'em all. Anyways, I'm done singing live on stream. Oh, we've got Taylor with the shaka. What's up, Taylor? Good to have you as well, broski. Man, y'all have been super duper fucking awesome. This is Producer. At 9:34, Brissology brought up an excellent question that, since it is campfire story time, if you wouldn't mind bringing that up. The question is, the cocaine found in the White House, was it Kamala's or was it Hunter's? I say, ¿por qué no los dos? Why not both? Come on. if you're going to be in the White House, you might as well fucking party. And hey, while you're up there and you're partying with cocaine, why don't you fucking make it not a Schedule 1 narcotic, so that way people can have fun and not go to goddamn jail for, you know, having a good 45 minutes or whatever. That's just my 2 cents. If people want to ruin their lives, you know, destroying their nasal cavities, I know that I sure as hell enjoyed making a lot of decisions in my life, both past, present, and future. And I don't like the idea of going to jail because I put some things inside of myself. I would, I think that the laws should be, you go to jail if you do a crime. And if you do a crime while you're under the influence, the important thing is the fucking crime. It's not the influence. It doesn't matter why you do something. It doesn't matter if I'm drunk or if I'm sober. If I run someone over, I've killed someone, right? So, like, you go to jail for running someone over and killing them. You shouldn't go to jail for drinking some things or imbibing some chemicals or smoking some leaves or doing whatever the hell it is that happens, right? The crime itself is the thing that should be punished. So, hey, Kamala and Hunter, like, I don't care if you guys party up in the White House, but I would love it if you decriminalized the things that I like to do and that my other friends like to do. So that way you could do it in the White House too and have a good time and everybody wins. This is literally nothing but a positive for everyone. So that's my thoughts on that. Let's go ahead and move to close. Fucking Mr. McGettit and Mrs. McGettit, where can the folks find you and what have you got going on in the near future for them to look forward to?
Well, what's going on in the future? Well, I can tell you right now that we have a special guest this Wednesday. That's going to be absolutely fantastic. Continuing to work and work and work. Just, I mean, work isn't just nonstop, bro. Whether it's just like an in real life job, right? IRL job, or it's I come home, yay, I should be able to relax. Nah, I got some research to go do. Let's go try and see what I can dig up to help out as many people as possible, right? Or, you know, even after that, then we got, well, actually, I'll go ahead and throw this one over to you, but then Friday's book club, so that's going to be a fun one. But then we've got the Sunday show, and I believe, oh yeah, Thursday. Are we actually going to do that show on Thursday? I think we are.
With Ramon and stuff, I'll double check with him on Telegram, but it sounds pretty cool. So if you guys are not already subscribed to Ramon Carrillo's channel, go to let me see if I can find it in here. Conspiracy Crypto on YouTube. I will throw a link to it in the Degen Roundtable stream links chat. So we have a topic inside the Degen Roundtable. Mrs. Producer, can you pull up the Degen Roundtable T.me message I just dropped in here? So if you guys aren't already a part of our Telegram, if you want to see me and Nate hang out with Ramon whenever that stream is announced and whenever we're actually doing it, you guys can find it down there at the Degen Roundtable Telegram at t.me/DRT join now. For the folks that are listening only and not literally watching the screen, again, it is t.me/DRT Delta Romeo Tango join now. All one word. And that's how you get into the Degen Roundtable Telegram. We have a lot of fun. We talk about a lot of things. We've also got a book club coming up, which I'll talk about when it's my turn after Mrs. Producer. And yes, Funk Master Hex, you're absolutely right. Hit that damn like button. For fuck's sake, guys, hit the like button. I don't know if it does anything, but I love to say it, and I love that our audience says it, and I love that everyone's all about it. So go ahead and do it. Nate, I've dropped your socials in the chat. They can find you on X at the Ascending Man 369. After the like x.com/. That's where you can find him. Is there anything else that you want to shout out before I toss it over to Miss Producer?
Yep. So as of right now, I'm currently actually kind of playing around with it. But the actuator has launched via, I think,
They launched
30
early?
minutes ago.
Oh,
Yeah, 20 minutes ago.
Because it's past the time zone. Yeah, good shit.
Yeah, so that's gonna be really cool. I did a show on the actuator on my own channel, The Ascending Man. And I'm gonna say it was a really good show. I was able to do what I really like to do, which is really start diving deep into these projects, right? Really diving into the exacts of, you know, the tokens and things like that, getting a lot of questions out there. I believe it went pretty well. So, I mean, yeah, if you want to go ahead and look that up, right, what it is that I did, I do have my YouTube right here. So this here is my Ascending Man. This is the one where I talk about interesting things, kind of like how we were originally gonna go talk about Harpa over here at my channel, but it's like, oh, crypto, Conspiracy Crypto would much rather want to have it on his channel. I think that's a cool idea, so we should do it, right? Lots of good times. But this is also where I can really get like deeply involved with projects, things like that. It's kind of my own private space, I want to go ahead and call it, of like something that I'm specifically interested in doing, but isn't really like a Degen Roundtable type of thing. We go do it over there on my channel, okay, guys? So, but yeah, no, it was a fantastic stream. I thought it went really well. So yeah, go check it out. But the actuator is absolutely fantastic. It's long story short, it I don't want to say liquefies, but basically I'll say it this way. It liquefies your stakes. Okay. We had Kareem with the issue of like, I literally can't get my stakes out
Well,
and
it makes
save
it liquid.
myself. Yeah, exactly. And it
Yeah.
liquefies it, right? That's why I was saying it that way. But yeah, so then what it does is basically you have a 1-for-1 token like this. And you're like, well, I can't get my stake out, but let me borrow those hex. And now I can go spend the hex without harming my stake, right? I can go spend my hex however I want, but you do have to pay it back eventually, right? So it's it's almost like a liquid loans type of thing, right? But yeah, it's one of those deals. So it is actually a really, really powerful tool if you have hex stakes. Who the fuck doesn't? So yeah, no, this is something you need to go look into. I dropped the link in there. So yeah, go play around with it, guys. Have fun.
This is super cool. I'm on the website now looking at everything, and it's like they have like you can basically buy Hex at a discount by buying the actuator tokens, because like every single actuator token is a legitimate HSI that's coming out in the future. That's like it's a Hex token that's going to exist. So that's so cool.
Hey,
and you use
so
their
check it out. You know what I'm doing?
what's that?
I'm taking all of my hex stakes. I'm borrowing the maximum amount, and I'm going to be placing it into the ink farms.
Ooh, that's an interesting play. That's kind of leverage, isn't it? But it's not selling.
A type of leverage, but
yeah,
that's that. So I'm gonna go look at it. Like, don't do anything without like actually looking into it if it's worth it. Yep. Obviously, but yes, for sure. That was my number one play that I wanted to go peek at. So yeah, we're gonna see what the hell happens here.
Yeah, I'm very curious to hear about the what happens with that. And I think that were you with me when I did the stream on the Icosa everything? Were you present for that one when I made all those when I did like the HSI and I did all the Hedron stuff? Were you there for that?
Yeah. I think I do remember that. I think I popped on for a little while, and
yeah, because I remember that I did like a $5 hex stake. I did like a $5 Hedron buy and Icosa buy.
I was there for that one.
Yeah, I did all that stuff, and this would be cool to do another thing with and check out the actuator and like actually go through and show people how to use it and stuff. So that might be something that you guys will see in the near future. I'm not making any promises right now because I gotta learn how it works and become a subject matter expert for it. Just start go fucking around, but yeah, this would be super cool. But anyways, excellent. So it's awesome that you did that. So we've got potential stream with Ramon and possibly Paul. We'll see what happens with that. I'll reach out on Telegram and we'll get something scheduled and we'll work it all out. But theoretically Thursday, who knows? You've got your Ascending Man channel where you did the actuator stuff, so that's going to be cool. You've got some nifty things going on. I love it, bro. Anything else before I toss it over to Miss Producer?
No, please send it right over.
Excellent, Mrs. Producer. What have you got going on in the near future, and where can the folks find you?
Hello. Hi. Sorry. I was a little wrapped up in everything you guys were talking about. So, for me, things I've got going on, not too much as usual. I'm kind of just here doing whatever we're doing with the DRT. One thing that I'm hoping to do, but this kind of in the far future, is I'd like to actually start up just like a small like card business thing, make a little website and start getting actual like product. What is the word I'm trying to think of? A distributor license. And start selling things online. Grading cards, reselling those, or not reselling, but grading cards and selling cards, things like that. Yeah. it's something I've always wanted to do, but I kind of like really put it on the back burner, and I'm coming to realize that it really wouldn't be as hard as my anxiety probably makes it me think it is. So that might be coming up. No guarantees, but hopefully it's a dream of mine. So that would be a lot of
That's a
fun.
that's a good dream to have. I like it.
Thank you. Other than that, if you want to talk to me for whatever reason, I am in the Degen Roundtable Telegram. I do our thumbnails. I've helped develop our backgrounds and edit, modify, and hopefully improve them. That's matter of opinion, but that's something I've worked actively on. I run our socials, and then as we've talked about a little bit on the stream, I do a lot of Pokemon stuff. So if you want to talk about anything like that, hit me up. I would love to make thumbnail ideas or even just brainstorm thumbnail ideas. One of the mods that I trained recently for Finch does similar. He's been making thumbnails for the company he works for and trying to improve them, as he says, because their current thumbnail game. He says he's improving their thumbnail game, is how he put it. So we were bouncing around ideas the other day, and I actually realized that I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun to just brainstorm those ideas and show him some of the things that I've made and kind of just chat about that. So if anybody's looking to just, talk about thumbnails for their own channel, maybe you're starting up, maybe you just like something you want to talk about, that would be awesome. Um, yeah, that's pretty much all I've got. I think we may be iffy on the special guest for Wednesday. We talked to the team and I think it's unconfirmed so far. So if we don't have a special guest, we'll still be here with a Whiskey Wednesday for you guys. For sure, we have one for I think it's the 16th. Let me pull up my calendar quick. Yes, for sure, we have somebody on the 16th. So if we don't have somebody on the 9th, the 16th, we will. And then we're doing book club this week. Will, what's the book again?
So we are going to be Oh man, you got me. You caught me with
Sorry.
caught me in the wrong Telegram chat. Let me do a quick thing. What's great is that I can talk and occupy the airtime, so that way it's like there's still entertainment happening for the audience. But the schedule for October 11th, I will be hosting, and we're covering the value of others. So if you guys actually want to check out the schedule yourself, let me copy this share link. I'll go ahead and drop it into the chats. That's the Degen Book Club. So Mrs. Producer's putting up the Degen Book Club Telegram chat, and then this is the specific link that will tell you the schedule. So if you guys ever want to know like what books we're covering on what days, that's where I put it. And it's a closed chat, so only admins of the channel can post in there. So that'd be like myself, Zenith, Mrs. McGettit. I think Nate, I think you're an admin as well. But basically members of the Degen Roundtable Book Club. But yeah, we're going to be covering The Value of Others, which is a fantastic book that talks about like how people interact with each other. I'm very, very interested in like in how people have like friendship relationships, love relationships, fatherly relationships, son relationships, business relationships. I'm very interested with the way that people interact with each other, and so I'm trying to pass on that information to you guys via the book club. So again, it's The Value of Others. I'll go ahead and copy the name for that and post that in the chat. That's the name of the book, and we're covering that on Friday. As far as where the folks can find me and stuff that I've got going on in the near future, you guys can check out all of my socials at will.pls.fyi. That is my pulse chain domain name. It's essentially a link tree. You can find my Facebook, you can find my Twitter, you can find my Instagram, you can find my Telegram, you can find my link tree from there. The link tree just takes you to the place where it's all the stuff that I've done on the internet, whether it's like making like the bad idea t-shirt stuff, which I have to do. I have to get custom made now because the company that used to sell them, they no longer sell them. So I literally like ripped well, I'm not gonna admit to what I did online in case they ever try and come after me for it. But you guys can find shirts similar to mine at a custom t-shirt printer that I've linked on that. That's actually probably not a very smart thing to have on the internet, but whatever. I don't care. I would like to buy this company one day, Bad Idea t-shirts. So shout out to you guys. But yeah, you can find all my stuff at will.pls.fyi. Mrs. Producer, can you have you already pulled that one up? All of my socials and things. I think you did. So anyways, it's in the chats if you guys want to find it. Yep. will.pls.fyi. That's where you can stalk me. My Facebook's probably the oldest stuff. So if you really want to dig back like 12 or 15 years, you could probably see like pictures of me pole vaulting in high school or something like that. But yeah, that's all my socials. You can stalk me. I'm super duper doxed. everything going on over there. Some other stuff that I've got going on is I have a Hex Meetup chat. You guys might be able to see it right here underneath my there we go. Fuck, I have to always reorient myself when I'm looking at like cameras versus what's going on. But bit.ly/hex_meetup is a Telegram group. It's also t.me/hex_meetup. But the bit.ly will take you to the specific start here page, which will describe to you how to best use the Telegram in order to go out into the real life world and meet other Hexicans. I love Hex. I love Hexicans. I love going and meeting Hexicans. I like going and meeting regular people too, but like Hexicans are some of the coolest folks. So if you guys want to go meet Hexicans and hang out with other crypto bros and do other things, to go to bit.ly/hex_meetup. Again, for the folks on audio, it is bit.ly/hex_meetup. And you can go over there and you can check out other Hexicans. You can go and organize your own little meetups. I've got a whole bunch of topics listed. Anybody can make a topic. I've allowed that permission inside the chat, so anybody can make a location-based topic. So if you live in Auckland, New Zealand, then you can go and create an Auckland room, and you guys can post to other Auckland New Zealanders, other Kiwi boys in there, and y'all can hang out and do your things, or you can live inside of one of the topics that are already existed. I made most of the states in the United States in there, and there's some other regions and things. So go check out bit.ly/hex_meetup. Read the start here, so that way, or read through the start here room that will explain to you how to best use the Telegram. I've recently edited it, so it's much more succinct and manageable and stuff. And yeah, that's all that I'm going to shout out for this show. We do have book club coming up. I've already spoken about that. We've got the Monday, the Wednesday, or excuse me, not the Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We've got the Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday shows for the Degen Roundtable. Those all happen at 8 p.m. Eastern. And you guys can find us right here on this channel. Wednesday, we cover special guests and we talk to the community. Friday, we do the book club. And then Sunday, we do the news show. We're doing a fancy news show today because we cover the thesis on Sunday. So we might see this Campfire Stories with Will thing appearing more often. I think that it's super fun. And I do enjoy having real genuine conversation, more so than like focusing on deep dives into the news and deep dives into macroeconomics. I do like the rapid fire style. So we'll see what goes on with that. But that's all I got. It's time to end the show. So with that, let me pull my copywriting up over in front of myself. I want to thank all of you for spending your valuable time with us here on the Degen Roundtable. As Agent J often says, we know that time is your most precious asset, and we appreciate you investing it here, right here with us. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been watching the Degen Roundtable. My name is Will Stevenson. Mrs. Producer, go ahead and get that trigger finger ready, because it's time to remind all the folks at home to remember to Degen responsibly.